come on, let's be having you. Hi, Ken. You haven't seen Gunga Din this morning, have you?
Who? Oh, Percy. No, I'm afraid I haven't. Why? What's the problem?
Well, the awkward so-and-so's playing silly devils about this raffle for me rover, you know. I've only sold a few tickets, so I decided to buy them back, and everybody's agreed but him. The awkward devil, he's refusing. He's insisting I go ahead with it in the barn pot. Oh, come on, Ken. I mean, you know about these things. I mean, I am in the right, aren't I? I mean, I can cancel. I can do what I like with my own car, can't I?
I can give you a straight answer to that, Fred. I haven't the foggiest.
Well, thanks a bundle. You're a great help.
Anytime.
Good morning. Is it? You could have fooled me, mate.
Morning, Jock. White rabbits. 1st of February. Oh, and them for me.
That is your birthday card.
Oh, yeah. There's one here without a stamp on.
That's for me. Any breakfast?
Ah, you remembered after all.
Well, you reminded me often enough, didn't you?
Yes.
Hey, it smells like bacon.
Well, I did drop the occasional hint now and again, because your memory's not what it was. Oh. Ah, happy birthday, Mum, from Trevor, Polly, Damien and Jay.
Did you put any money in?
The thought counts for something, Stan. Oh, hey, now. Oh, that's lovely, Chuck. Ta. Hey, do you remember the time you got me a get well card by mistake? 20p.
You're worth it.
Oh, isn't it exciting? Oh, now this one's from Eddie, bless him. Oh, I do miss him, you know.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah, well, you would. I mean, you've had to pay for your own house since he went.
No, not because of that. We were muckers. Two of a kind, you know.
Oh, don't let Marion hear you say that. Oh, Luke, Stan. He sent me £6. May this day be a pleasure from dawn till night, filled with sparkle and laughter and glowing with light.
Has Eddie written that?
No, it's the verse, you daft aper. Dear Mrs. O, a very happy birthday from your favourite refuse disposal officer. Have a great time. Love, Mr. and Mrs. Yates. P.S. I miss your big breakfast, but don't tell the wife. Oh, P.P.S. The pound is for Stan for a couple of pints, so they answer.
Good old Eddie. Hey, that's for you.
Oh, Stan, you shouldn't. There's not in it.
No, it's for your necklaces, you know, and your earrings and things like that, you know.
Oh. Oh, yeah, well, that's lovely, Chuck. Yes, look, a treat on my dressing table, will that? Well, I can't keep me jewellery in a chocolate box all my life, can I? Oh, like your breakfast. Oh, bacon's a bit on the crisp side, but I don't suppose you'll notice.
Best meal of the day is breakfast.
Hey, Olive.
What's the letter?
Well, I'll know when I open it, won't I? Oh, Stan, it's from the solicitor.
What's he say?
Oh, listen to this, Chuck. Dear Mrs. Ogden, resulting from your claim for compensation from Weatherfield Council due to injuries sustained by Mr. Ogden on council property, an offer has been made to enable the matter to be settled out of court. Would you please call to discuss same? Yours sincerely, J. Amelia.
About time, too.
Yeah, and it's a good job for you and all. I thought you'd queered our pitch letting that council fella catch you out of bed.
I told him something out, you know.
Yes, well, we'll get round there today. Oh, do you know what? This is turning out to be the best birthday I've had for donkey's years. May this day be a pleasure from dawn till night.
He's going to be late for Rovers.
I'll let him wait.
Oh, you can't afford to lose any more beauty sleep, lady. Oh, I don't know, though. 8463. Oh, morning, Mavis. Yes, I know I am, love. I'm on my way now. I'll be there before you can put the phone down. Hey, hang on. Nip next door and ask Gail to make me a bacon butty. Tell her I don't want any fat on it. Right, love. Ta-ra.
Well, there you are, mate. I've been looking for you all morning.
Congratulations, you found me.
Look, Perce, what was it you were saying last night about me not being able to cancel my raffle?
I thought I made it plain enough. I bought a ticket from you, and as far as I'm concerned, that constitutes a form of contract. I'm keeping my end of it, you've got to keep yours. Quite simple. The draw's at 6:30 tonight, if my memory serves me right.
Perce, stop being such an awkward so-and-so, will you? Look, take your money back. Nobody else gives a monkeys.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Better chance for me to win. In fact, I go so far as to say I'm an absolute certainty.
Look here, mate.
I'd rather not, if you don't mind. It might put me off my dinner. Good day to you.
You don't take after your father, do you?
No fear. The only weightlifting he does is a pint pot.
Oh.
I'll be seeing you.
Bye-bye.
You know, for the life of me, I can't think why Stanley's written to me. Still, I suppose he is a relative.
Well, he's not a blood relation, though, is he?
That's true. Still, he is Len's son. I am his stepmother. Only met him the once. They hit it off about as well as Scargill and Thatcher.
Look, he didn't even bother to come to the funeral. I should just ignore him.
Oh, I don't know. I'd love to come and see you sometime, Rita, but now I'm one of the 3 million, I've had to sell the jalopy and a few other luxuries.
Do you know what I think this is?
No.
I think it's a form of begging letter, because Mr. Fairclough didn't leave him anything in the will, did he?
Nor a brass farm.
Well, then you can understand how Stanley feels, can't you? I mean, after all, blood is thicker than water.
Not till then, it wasn't.
Oh, I think that's awful. Father and son.
I think I'll have a word with Alf about this.
Very well. My advice is not good enough.
Oh, don't be touchy. It's just that Alf knew Stanley far better than I did.
Other people knew Stanley, Rita. It doesn't have to be Alf Roberts all the time. Or does it?
What are you getting at?
Oh, you must have noticed. He's getting very fond of you.
You can't be serious.
Well, I am. I'm very serious, Rita. I mean, he can't do enough for you. And, well, even the way he looks at you. Oh, you must have noticed.
Cross on meal. Meeting 3
I know they
Small scotch and a light bottle, please.
No, Stan. I'd like something special. I'll have my usual.
What are you having?
Come on, we haven't got all day. Port 11 is elder love.
Thank you. That'll do nicely.
Cost me a fortune, your birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Elder Love.
Is it your birthday, Hilda?
You're a big mouth, you.
How old are you there? Have you lost count?
How old is it?
Shut up, you. A lady doesn't let on about her age. Not that you'd know much about that.
Never mind, love. Your son is joining Thursday pension queue. And your bit of Flicks half price.
Can't you leave it alone?
You could do that now. Nobody'd stop you.
Serves you right. There you go.
Aye, Stan. See, you've got the old dim-off suit out of mothballs then. What is it? Wedding or a funeral, kid?
Us Ogdens don't need no excuses to look smart, you know. But if you must know, we've got an appointment with my legal advisor.
Well, whatever they've got you for, I hope you get off. Hey, but I'd claim insanity.
Do you have to be so rotten?
Oh, it's all right, love. I always make allowances where your mum's concerned. You'll probably find it's a full moon. Take my advice, you keep her in tonight.
And what are you laughing at?
She's funny.
Oh, aye, she's flipping hilarious.
Oh, Stan. Hilda. Hey, Betty. Who's these two toffs?
Oh, well, they're off to see the solicitor. And Hilda, love.
Our legal advisor, yes.
Oh, aye, the famous big toe. They've got the town all barricaded against you two, you know.
I'm gonna need it to know. Right, come on, Stan. Into battle.
Right.
Good luck, Chuck.
Yeah.
Try, Stan.
Poor devils.
Can't be too sure, Louis. I know a few ordinary people that have got thousands out of accidents like his.
Yeah, but they're not ordinary people. They're the Oggies.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Ogden.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey.
Thank you. I take it this is Mr. Ogden.
That's right.
How do?
How do you do? Do sit down.
Thank you.
Yes, I was forgetting. You two gentlemen haven't met, have you?
Not until this moment, no. Now, let's see, the letter from the council.
What are they offering?
Stanley?
Ah, here we are, yes. Further to your claim for compensation on behalf of Mr. S. Ogden of 13 Coronation Street, blah, blah, blah. Having taken all the relevant facts into consideration, I consider the sum of £200 to be an appropriate amount. Yours sincerely.
200? Oh, I was expecting to get a lot more than that.
Are you sure it's not 2,000?
No, it's 200. And if I were you, I wouldn't be too hasty in dismissing it.
Well, it's not very much, is it? I mean, when you consider all the pain and suffering my husband's gone through. You never seen his toe, did you, Mr. Melia? Oh, it's swelled up something terrible. And it's still a funny colour. Well, let Mr. Melia see for himself, Stan.
Yeah, no, that won't be necessary.
Well, I can assure you, Mr. Melia, what can't speak can't lie. And like my husband said, if it was 2,000...
Would you like me to contest the claim?
Yes, please.
Well, naturally, I'll take your instruction, but I ought to warn you that you could end up with less or even nothing. You must be prepared to take that chance.
Yes, well, we are.
Hang on, it's my toe.
That is correct. Mr. Ogden is the claimant.
Is that right, what you say? We might need notes.
Well, I must confess, I did expect them to offer more. It rather looks as if they might have something up their sleeve. But they'd rather settle with no fuss. However, if we claim, and they do have evidence that I know nothing
I'll
about...
take the 200. What about time?
Well, no, nothing at the moment.
Can I take the money with me?
I'm afraid not. I'll notify the council of your acceptance. I imagine it'll take a week or so. And as soon as the cheque arrives, I'll send it on to you.
Right. Nice to do business with you. Right, yeah, come on, love.
A very wise decision, Mrs. Ogden. Very wise indeed.
I want double 20, you want 380, and I don't think Jockey Wilson could get that in 3 hours.
I don't spend as much time in here as you do I?
I don't, mate. And I work here.
Well said.
Half a mile, please, Betty, and put me a red hot pork in it.
Oh, yes, for all them tricks, love.
Hang about, Betty. I'll get this. Look, Perce, I'm sorry I was a bit bolshy earlier, you know.
Oh, well, forget it. Life's too short, I have.
Yeah, true, but you see how I'm fixed? I mean, I can't afford to lose 200 smackers, and, well, that's worth what the car's worth, isn't it, you know, mate? So, look, here's a couple of quid for your ticket, and we'll call that raffle off once and for all, eh, mate?
Well, I must say, £2 is very generous.
My pleasure, mate.
But it's not generous enough. Now, you see that as a raffle ticket. I see it as a nice Rover motor car. So I'll tell you what, you keep your £2 because you're going to need them for your bus fare, you see. And thanks for the drink, but if you don't mind me saying so, it takes a bit off. Have you cleaned your pipes out lately?
Look, Charlie, I'm just about getting sick of you. You've lived in this street about 5 minutes and you think you own the flaming place, don't you?
Fred.
Look, I've told you once and for all, and listen. That raffle's off, do you hear? Off!
While I've got a raffle ticket, that raffle is on. Got it, mate? On. Even if I have to take it to court.
You bald-headed old goat!
Hey,
Pack it for you! Pack it in unless you want to get hurt, sunshine.
Yes, off him, you fool.
Oh, you're pathetic. You're not worth the flaming aggro.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Sugden. Oh, Fred's a right so-and-so, you know, when he's got himself in a temper. Still, I mean, you've learned one thing, haven't you? Just forget that raffle if I were you.
Not on your life. But after all that, I'll be back here at 6:30 if you have to fetch me in on the stretcher. He might think he's stubborn. But he's got nous on Percy Sugden. Give us a double brandy.
You know Stanley better than I do. Does that sound as if he's asking for a handout?
Oh, definitely. Typical. I don't know, all these years without so much as a postcard, suddenly he wants to be the friendly stepson. Makes you blooming sick.
Well, he were a rum 'un. I can still see him now telling Len to stay away from his wedding. It was a right kick in the teeth for Len. Not that Stanley seemed to care.
That sounds like him. Well, if you want my advice...
Well, I do. That's why I asked you over. Have a piece of that cake. It's not bad. It's from that little shop on corner.
Oh, I won't let it come from there. No, I'd just ignore this, you know. I wouldn't even bother to answer it. I don't think Leonard wanted to get involved.
That's true. Do you know, it's still hard to grasp Len's gone.
Oh, I know just how you feel. I was the same a few years ago, you know. You know, there's many a woman in your position would have given up the ghost at a time like this. I mean, they'd live on the memories, they'd dwell in the past, they'd dwell on what might have been if things had been different. Still, I suppose that's what a lot of them, that's all they've got left. Not as lucky as you see. I mean, you're a very attractive woman. You've still got a future, and... No, I think if If Len had wanted Stanley to have something, he'd have said something in the will, you know. I think I will have a bit of cake.
Yeah, help yourself.
Oh.
Still, he is Len's only son, and it all happened a long time ago.
Well?
Well, it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. I mean, Len were no saint as far as Stanley were concerned.
You've got to do what you think, love. It's up to you.
I think I will drop him a line. Who knows? I might even pop a cheque in with it. Call it conscience money if you like, but that's the way I am.
You're something different, you. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I am. Go on, eat your cake.
Who was it got the press on our side? And who was it nursed you all the time you was lying in that bed snoring your head off and watching the kids' programmes on telly? Go on, answer me that.
Will you belt up, woman?
Don't you tell me to belt up Stanley Ogden, especially on my birthday. May this day be a pleasure from dawn till night. Ooh, some pleasure. 200 measly quid wouldn't keep you in ale for a fortnight.
Hey, you did it on a toll there. Oh, there's no tea. I'm feeling starving.
I should have trod on your daft flaming head. And as for tea, you're taking me out. It's my birthday and I'm being treated. And I'll tell you something else for nothing. I'm going to eat a big hole in that 200 quid. In fact, the way I feel now, I might just scoff the lot. We've got a visitor, Stan.
No, do.
Hey, just listen. It's marvellous, isn't it?
What, love?
Peace and quiet. You never get any in our house. My mum and dad are always arguing about summit.
Oh, yes, well, me and Mr. Ogden have always been on the quiet side, you know. We like it peaceful, don't we, Chuck?
Yeah. Anyway, I bought you a bit of a prezi, seeing it's your birthday, like.
Oh, Terry, you shouldn't.
What is it?
Oh, look, Stan. Them's T-bone steaks, aren't they?
Yeah, I get them cheap from work. You do like them, don't you?
Never had them.
Of course you have. Oh, that is thoughtful of you, Terry. Do you know, T-bone's my favourite. Oh, now, look, there's enough here for 3. Would you like to stop and have a bite with us? We'd like that, wouldn't we, Chuck?
Oh, he's probably got something to do, have you?
Yeah, some other time then, perhaps. I'll be seeing you then. I thought with it being your birthday, like, you know.
Yes, it's very kind of you, love. Thank you. What a nice lad. Oh, just look at them steaks, Stan. They're whoppers.
We can't go out tonight now, can we?
No, I don't suppose we can. Oh, it's turning out to be a lovely birthday.
I'm enjoying it.
So am I, Chuck. Oh, filled with sparkle and laughter and glowing with light. Help yourself to a chocolate, Stan.
Thank you. Here.
Oh, you've surfaced, have you? You bad-tempered devil, Fred, you no mistake.
No, it's not me, Betty. That little across the road, innit? Overlighting and flipping Sugden. As long as I've got a ticket, that raffle is on. He knows he's on a winner. He's got the only flaming ticket. He's got to win it, hasn't he?
Oh, well, you asked for it.
Tonight.
Oh, sorry. Fred, am I on a free pint if I get you out of this mess?
Free pint, mate. You're on a free barrel.
All you do is you buy 10 tickets and stick your moniker on them, and you're bound to win. Well, you're going to be 10 to 1 on anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm down a tenner then, aren't I?
Oh, Fred, be your age. Who you buying them off?
Oh, aye. Hey, not illegal, is it?
Could be, but who's to know?
Who's to know? Betty,
What?
get the genius here a pint.
I'll be back for the barrel later.
Now then, where's them flipping tickets?
Hey, Hilda, before you start on them steaks, a couple of bottles of beer go down nicely with them, wouldn't they? Could you nip down to Robert's and get 2? I'd go myself, but me toe started throbbing.
I hope you've not forgot to put Mr. Sugden's ticket in there, Fred.
Would I do a thing like that, Jack? Of course I've put Mr. Sugden's ticket in. Together with 30-odd for yours truly.
30-odd? Pushing it a bit, aren't you, kid?
You're better safe than sorry, mate.
Hello. Vodka and tonic, please. Okay.
On me, Betty.
Thanks very much, Al.
Right. 1830 hours precisely.
Yeah, well, I'm ready, mate. We'll use your cap. Should be big enough. There we go.
Where's that lot come from?
These are few late starters. Now then, darling, you're the sexiest looking bird in here. You can make the draw. Come on, love.
No, Fred, leave me out.
Come on, do us a favour.
You heard what Rita said. Now push off and leave her alone.
Keep your head on, will you? You want to watch him? One sniff of scent and he loses control.
Can I have 2 lighthouse to take out? Yes, please. How'd it go? Oh, very well, thank you.
Oh,
Very
good.
well.
Right then, birthday girl, you can make this draw for us. Come on.
You want what?
The car draw.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Here we go then, folks. Eyes down looking. One Rover motor car going. Go on, Hilda.
Oh, sorry.
Quiet now, draw in progress.
Yeah, now then. Ladies and gentlemen, the lucky winner is... Oh, I can't read it. No, all right, I've got it. The lucky winner is... Wait for it.
Oh, come on, Hilda, have it dark.
The lucky winner is our very good friend, Percy Sugden.
Right a bit, back a bit. Them's them. Wife tells me you've fixed up for a night out with her and her mates then.
Well, yes, I could be if all goes well. She was in yesterday. Wants to introduce me to bingo.
You'd be better off with me. I know a nice little gambling club down the East Lancs. Juicy steak, a bit of a flutter. Ride out in the moonlight. Could be your lucky night.
I don't think so. Not with a married man. And I could win a fortune at bingo.
Now, here's the lucky fella. Put it there, lad. I was rooting for you the other night. Between me and you, I had everything crossed when Hilda pulled that ticket out. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella, tell you.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Hey, you don't know about this, do you?
What's that?
He only won Fred G's car for £1, didn't he? Hey, anyway, see you, sweetheart.
Hello. Something going on?
Oh, don't let yourself be taken in, Mr. Sugden.
Not like some people she could mention. Now, what can we do for you, sir?
Nobbut a box of drawing pins, as my mother used to say.
Oh, used a lot of drawing pins, did she?
No, I mean she used nobbut a lot.
Oh, I see, sorry. Well, Mavis, perhaps you could attend to this gentleman's needs? Nobbut a box of drawing pins.
And a receipt.
And a receipt. So how's the car, then? Parked outside?
No, it'll take a bit of seeing to before I can move it. But the moment it's mobile, I'll be round here, pipping me on. I'll take you 2 young ladies out in the country and put some roses back in your cheeks.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Mavis would love a trip out to Saddleworth, wouldn't you?
I would not love a trip out to Saddleworth.
Oh, what's wrong with Saddleworth?
Oh, it's not the place, it's the people that live there. But don't worry your head about it. It's a long story, a very, very long story.
Oh, you mean, what's his name?
Thank you for your custom, Mr. Sugden.
Oh, aye, yes. Well, keep smiling.
Didn't you hear what he said?
Oh, come on, eat your breakfast up for your nana.
Leave him, Ivy. I want to get him ready for play school.
Well, he'll never grow up to be a big boy if he don't eat his breakfast,
He's a
will he?
big boy already. And if you don't get going, you're going to be late for work.
Oh, crack, I am, I know. Just have a little kiss. I wish I could take him with me to work.
Well, we'll all be together at tea time, won't we?
Yeah, of course we will. What do you fancy for tea then, love? A bit of fish?
Oh, don't you bother. I'll get something.
Now you're sure?
Work!
Oh, all right, all right. A little kiss.
Bye.
I'll see you at tea time.
Come back next week. Come back tonight. Hey, we've got to be nice to your nana, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's not all that easy, but we've got to try hard.
Yeah.
No, don't tell me Hilda ain't done them flipping chairs again.
Oh, does it look like it?
Some folk don't have to get the money easy.
Yeah, don't they just? I know a fella, you know, that doesn't bother to wander into work till about 9:45.
All right, Betty, less of the Maggie Thatchers. Just don't come it, especially first thing in the morning.
Hey, hang on a minute, I can commit. I'm in charge.
Who says?
Mrs. Walker.
Mrs. Walker never said a dicky bird. She's just opted.
It's understood. I mean, she's mentioned it before, hasn't she?
That's what I'm saying. She hasn't said a word this time.
Fred, I say, why is it me that she writes to? Why is it me that she asks what's going on?
Well, it's you that sucks up to, innit? I mean, she asks you simply because she knows that you're going to tell her what she wants to know.
Nothing of the sort.
Look, Betty, this is a workers' cooperative. You do your job, Bet does her job, I do my job. Now, that way, there's no aggro. We just get on with it, right?
There'll be some aggro when Mrs. Walker finds out you got rid of that car.
All right, Betty, stick the knife in. Hit where it hurts. It's only poor old Freddy boy.
Must have cost you a small fortune dumping that load of rubbish. Rover's return. Oh, hello, Alf, lovey. Oh, is she? Ah. Well, tell her to stop in bed and keep her germs to herself, eh? Ta-da, though. Bye-bye, dear. Let's go to Raging Cold. She won't be in today.
Oh, well, we'll have to get a 10-pin. Hey, I say, get that big blonde bird we had in before, you know the one.
I am getting no big blonde birdie. This is supposed to be a worker's what's it, isn't it? Share and share alike. I mean, you do half of Bet's job, and I'll do the other half. And you can get started by setting those chairs out.
Hope that wasn't my tea you sneezed in.
No, mine.
Not getting a cold, are you?
No, never get colds. There's a book going round now. My sister's got one.
Don't go bringing it in here.
I won't get it. I said, I never get colds, mate. I remember when I was at school, all the other lads in the class would be sneezing their heads off. But I never got one. I think I'm immune.
Oh, yeah?
You can be, you know.
Marvellous. Every time I walk in here, you two are drinking tea.
It's you. You come at the wrong time.
I should hope so, or else we'll never retire to Spain.
Is that where you're retiring to? Spain?
Aye. It's still there when I'm 65.
How are you off for money?
Well, managing why?
Oh, good. Give us a couple of fivers, save us going to the bank.
Why can't you go to the bank?
Because I can't be bothered. Just want to pick up a couple of things on the way home. Oh, don't look so pleased about it. What's it like working with him, Kevin?
OK. We got on all right, don't we?
Can't wait to get you in mornings, I tell you. But don't you let on I said so.
All right.
You'd have something to complain about if there was nothing in for your tea when you got home.
Give us a kiss, then.
What? For 10 quid? I'm not one of your cheap girlfriends.
Suit yourself.
Oh, all right, then. And get back to work, the pair of you.
Have you got a joint bank account, you, Mrs. Tilsley?
Yeah, why?
I'm going to have one of them when I'm married. I reckon there's more domestic rows about money than out else.
You could be right.
I am, I know. There's thousands of men who never tell their wives how much they get in a pay packet. Just give them their housekeeping money and make them account for every penny. I couldn't be doing with that. Rather have it free and easy. I'll never forget when my mum died. I used to take our debit out of my Uncle Ted's and Auntie Alice's for Sunday tea. We'd get there, and there'd be 4 pieces of cake on a plate and 4 biscuits. Never any seconds. And if my uncle took a box of matches out my auntie's cupboard, he'd have to put tuppence in the cocoa tin. I couldn't live like that. Hey, have you seen that?
What?
Damp patch on the wall. It's after last night's storm.
Don't like the look of that.
Oh.
We're in trouble if it's that junction box. Oh, better get it seen to.
My dad might be able to help you out there. He mended our roof last winter.
It's all right. I'll get a proper plumbing, thanks. Can't be too careful, can you?
Mm.
Hello, Emerson's. Brian Tilsley's speaking, Tilsley's garage. Listen, I've got a leak in my roof and it could get a bit dicey. How soon can you send somebody round? Oh, you're joking. Yeah, I know that, but I want somebody sooner. Yeah, all right then. Thanks. Next week.
But the same after that storm.
Does your dad know what he's doing?
Yeah. He used to work for the council till they made him redundant. Direct works. Repairing council houses and that. Turn his hand to anything, me dad.
Can you get hold of him fast?
Yeah, I think so. He's doing a job at Mason's, newsagents on Bolton Road. They had a break-in last night. He's repairing locks for him.
Well, go on then.
Hello, Mrs. Mason? It's Kevin Webster here. Can I have a word with my dad, please, if it's convenient? She's getting in. Hello, Dad? We're having a bit of trouble at the garage. The roof's leaking in and it's near some electrics. Wondered if you could come round and have a look, see what you can do. Yeah, great. Only we don't want to leave it another night in case it pours down again. Right. Ta-ra. Be down soon as he's finished his dinner. He should have finished that job by then.
Well, sir, he hasn't.
He'll come anyway. If he makes a promise, my dad, he'll keep to it. And he's promised. Hello, Tilsley's garage. Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks for letting us know. It's very good of you. Yeah, we will. Thanks again. Ta-ra.
Who was that?
Fella from the furniture shop at the back. He's just been up on the 3rd floor checking his dining room suites.
Is that what he called to tell us?
No. While he was up there, he just happened to look through the window. I'd like. We've got an hole in our roof.
Oh.
I see. Oh, bless her. Yeah. All right, love. Leave it with me. Ta-da.
I just met this young lady on the doorstep. I think she's supposed to give me a message. But between me and you, I don't think it's going to be all that easy getting it out of her. You're not very talkative, are you? Not like your Uncle Percy.
Hang on, hang on. Let's see if I can do my psychic bit. Yes, yes, it's coming. Her name's Jessica Andrews. She lives at number 7, Maudsley Street. She's lost a little Labrador puppy and she wants me to put a notice in the window.
Why, heck, how did you do that? I've only this second come across her.
Her mum's just been on the phone. She says you insisted on coming, but you're not very talkative when it comes to strangers.
I'm quite right, too. You will oblige them, will you?
Yeah, of course I will.
Now, this beautiful lady will put your note in the window, you see, and somebody will find your puppy, and they'll bring it back home, and they've read you what your mummy said on that notice. They'll bring it back home to you, and that'll be all right, eh?
And there's a little present for you as well.
Oh, that'll make you feel better. Well, come on, I'll take you home. It's a long while since I've taken a young lady home. It'll do me good. It will, that.
Oh, there you are, Percy. Now then, I wanted a word with you.
Well, as long as it's just one, then, because I'm taking this young lady home.
Oh, and very nice, too. No, I'll tell you what it was. No, I know we all had a good laugh last night about my raffle for the Rover, know what I mean? And I realise that there's no way you thought you were going to get a Rover car for £1. So, being as you're a sport, Perce, I'll take it off your hands and spring you a fiver for your trouble. How's that, mate?
You know, it's times like these you come to reap the benefit of the store of human knowledge you've amassed over the years.
Absolutely. How do you mean?
Well, if that car's worth a fiver to you, it's worth a damn sight more to me. So stick your money back in your pocket, because them moths are catching cold. Come on, Princess.
Right, that's it. It can keep it. I've been trying to get rid of that flaming car.
More trouble than they're worth, cars, Fred.
This one has been, I can tell you. I haven't had a heap of the luck with it, Deirdre. You know, there's them that say that if you want to get on with the ladies, you know what I mean, you've got to have a luxury car and a flashy pad and all the rest of it, but I don't go along with that. No, it's all a lot of rubbish. No, what you need is personality. Just personality, naught else.
Oh, every time, Fred. Every time.
Give us a packet of them strong mints.
I wonder how old it is. Do you know, it's frightened like that. I mean, think of the little devil, goes in backyard with my rubbish, you know, and I sees a sleeping corner. Well, I thought he dropped out at bin. So I goes over to put it back, you know, and it jumps out at me. Frightened you had to bear it to death, didn't you, love?
Hey, you was a little beauty, then. It's in lovely.
Oh.
Where did you get that?
I found it in backyard. Can I keep it?
Oh, I know what'll happen if I say yes. The dog will get all the grub and I'll flaming starve to death.
Well, it's only what you deserve. Go on, can I keep it?
Aye, go on, it's only a little.
Oh.
Give us a pint of bitter, please, Fred.
I'll say it might be only a little now, but you want to see it in 12 months' time. In 12 months' time, you won't get through the front door, that. It's a Labrador, that. It's not a Jack Russell, you know.
Did you hear what he's saying?
Well, I don't care. I've got two big Daphnes at home now, haven't I? I might as well have 3.
Aye, and you get more love out of this one, Vera.
Yeah, that I don't get off them, so you're dead right, kid.
What are you going to call it?
I don't know. I think of something.
I always know what she calls me.
Oh. Hey, listen, I haven't stopped drinking, you know, because I've got a dog. Get us half a lager and same for Ivor.
Flaming, 2 hours alive.
Right, yeah, easy. I wouldn't have thought he'd have had the flaming nerve to come in here.
You know what they say? Where there's no sense, there's no feeling.
He'll be feeling a bunch of 5s if he's not careful, Jack.
I want a word with you.
Too late, sunshine, I'm busy.
I don't care how busy. Where'd you get that?
Found it in your backyard. Yeah, and fine as this keeper's, isn't it? Fine as this keeper.
I wouldn't be too sure. I've just left the young lady it belongs to.
Aye?
She left a notice in the corner shop window. I've just this minute taken her back home. Number 7, Maudsley Street. Family by the name of Andrews.
Well, would you flaming credit her?
So if you'd like me to take it back for you...
Hang on, I'll take it. There might be a reward.
Steady on, pair of you. Listen, I found it. I'll take it back.
I'll just have one last cut.
Ah, Viv.
Right, back to business. Now, where's the MOT certificate for this car of mine?
There isn't an MOT certificate. Are you ready to do business?
I've done all the business I'm going to do with you. I bought a raffle ticket, I won a car. I think I can afford a few quid to get me own MOT.
Well, hang on, Fred. He's not worth bruising your knuckles on, lad.
He's revelling it, he is. He's revelling in my flipping downfall, him.
Face it, Freddie, lad, there are fellas like that. They take pleasure in your misery. They're out for all they can get, and now for you. They're not like us, Fred, lad. Listen, just had a big tip. Get yourself half.
Ta, Jack.
My dad's always talking about Dennis Law. He said he could be heading off his own goal line, and 10 seconds later he'd be scoring at the other end. Right, will of the wisp, he said he was. He'd have to beat Brian Robson. All over the park, he's Brian. Fantastic footballer. Fantastic.
Spreading that damn patch.
Well, my dad don't know what to do with it. Turn his hand to anything, my dad.
Yes, so you said. If he's all that good, though, why do they make him redundant?
Always the same, innit? Always the best workers to get rid of.
Oh, Cole, you're tipping, have I?
Oh, it's all right. Come in.
Well, I got a slight moment, so I thought I'd come over and have a word or two about my new car.
Well, what new car's this, then?
You know, the Rover I won off Big Mouth G.
Oh, you mean your old car?
Well, I suppose so, strictly speaking, but it's a new car to me, any road.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm a straight-talking fellow, so give us a straight-talking answer, will you? How much is it going to cost me to put it back on the road?
No, you're asking. Well, if my memory serves me right, you need 4 new tyres, 1 or 2 odds and ends, MOT, which I can't do for you because I'm not registered. Oh, yeah, and road tax and insurance. Right, we'll leave out the insurance because you can shop around for that. Well, you'll have no change out of 300 quid.
You're kidding?
I wish I was, but I'm not.
300 quid?
Expensive luxuries, motors.
By heck, they are. I mean, you see them in the streets, you think they cost a tenner apiece.
So what do you want us to do?
Well, I'll have to think about it, won't I? I mean, I'm not saying I'm got a bob or two saved up, but 300 quid. Still, man does not live by bread alone, as the poet said. I'll let you know.
How do?
Hi. What can I do for you?
More what I can do for you, I think. Don't hold it against me, but I'm his dad.
Mr. Webster. Glad to meet you.
Hiya!
Hiya. Behaving himself, is he?
Oh, he's not doing so bad.
Just keep him off football and car racing, and I reckon you can just about live with
Well,
it.
he's not started on car racing yet.
He will do. Blow your socks off. Anyway, what's your problem?
It's over there.
Oh, yeah. Searched a few cracks out that storm last night, eh? Can I have a look from outside?
I'll show you where it is. There's a ladder out there.
If I can't do it, I'll hold my hands up. If I can, I'll do a good job for you. Fair enough?
Suits me fine.
He will, you know. If my dad says he'll do a good job, he will.
No, Brian gets away with it. Husbands always do. Go hides himself at work with nothing to worry about. I'm the one who has to cope.
Is she very difficult?
No, she's not difficult, just fussy. Every time I want to get Nicky up or put him down for an hour or take him to play school, she wants to play with him. And I feel rotten for taking him away from her. You got to feel sorry for the way things are. Oh, well, count your blessings. See you.
Bye. It's your own fault, you know. The way you behave, you make people forget.
Best way, isn't it?
No, not always. You're entitled to a little comfort. You don't always have to keep it at arm's length.
Oh, shut up and go and get your dinner.
There you go again.
I'm all right.
I'll go make you a cup of tea.
It's okay.
Yeah, I've been up, had a look. It's not all that bad. You've got an asbestos sheet cracked, but it's old stuff, just above the gutter. I think we're in luck. I know I can put my hands on something that'll do the job, match the curves like.
Land you with science, don't he?
Look, if it's all right with you, I'll put a tarpaulin sheet on for tonight. That'll keep it dry, whatever happens. Then tomorrow I'll come back and finish the job off. If you want me to, that is.
That's fine.
OK, I'll get the tarpaulin on and see you tomorrow. See you, Kat.
Anything we want for tonight?
Oh, yeah. Get a large loaf if you can find one. Liver and bacon tonight. You know what you're like for mopping your gravy up.
He can turn...
Yes, I know, Kev. Your dad can turn his hand to anything.
Yeah.
I'm not being a bother, am I?
No. Come in, Arthur.
Well, I found myself on Rosamond Street and I thought, well, don't be unsociable, Arthur. Call and see how Ivy is.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, love. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Do you fancy a cup of tea?
No, thanks. It's only a flying visit.
Well, sit down, take the weight off your feet for a minute or two.
Well, just for a minute or two. How are you getting on, then?
Oh, I'm fine, fine. Well, I'm managing, you know.
It's a hard time, I know, but it has to be got through.
Yes, well, I'm lucky, aren't I? I've got my family around me. That little grandson of mine, he don't give me much room for moping, you know.
That must make a difference. I was on my own after Peggy died, and... Well, I must admit, the days seem very long. Still do. Still, I've got my friends.
Oh, hello, you're home early, aren't you?
Aye. I've had enough.
I thought, Brian.
Yes, he's just nipped upstairs, love. I expect he's gone to get changed and see Nicky.
Look, I'll get off and let you get on with your tea.
Well, there's no need to rush, Arthur. You can have a bite.
No. I only called to see how you were.
Well, call any time. You're always welcome.
Yes, thanks. Well, good night to you both.
Good night, Arthur.
Good night.
How's that? Thank you. Hey, that were a good one, that. Cleaning off for a change. Do you know, my niece stops making me laugh. I'm packing my bags. Do you know, it's the only thing that keeps me feeding him.
Well, that's a lot, Vera.
Yeah, I suppose so. You're not so bad, love, are you?
Not so bad. I'm flipping marvellous. Hey, I heard another one today. You'll like this. Bit naughty, but we're all broad-minded.
Hey, watch it. If he says it's a bit naughty, it'll be flipping filthy. I think you better keep it to yourself, love.
Sorry, Maeve. I'll have to tell you when we're on his own kit.
Hey, your boyfriend's here.
Oh, Rita.
I've been giving the matter some careful consideration. Now I've come to the conclusion that you're not within your rights. Raffling a car, you can't move. So you either pay for the MOT and all the repairs, or I'm going to write to the Office of Fair Trading. And don't think I'm bluffing, because I'm not.
Neither am I, mate. The registration document for that vehicle is in the post to the Vehicle Licensing Department in Swansea. So you're now the legal owner. And that vehicle is untaxed and uninsured, standing out there on the Queen's Highway, which is in itself illegal. So, I suggest you do something about it. I suggest you get yourself a little spanner, take it to bits and cart it off. Enochi's Bala.
Don't talk so daft.
Ask him.
Hey, if you ask me, you're in a bit of a mess.
Thanks, Jack.
Worth a penny, are they?
No, I'd save your money.
Oh, one of them days, eh?
Yeah, you could say that. Betty,
What?
do you see much of your son?
My Gordon? No, I talk to him quite a lot on the phone, you know. I mean, it's not so bad once they're grown up. Well, I mean, you know the story, don't you, about him and me and our Maggie?
Yeah. Can't stop my lot gossiping.
No, it's no secret. I mean, I did see a lot of him when he was a little baby, but that was the worst.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I mustn't grumble. He's my lad, and nobody can take that away from him.
No.
And the soap hour continues with Emmerdale next on Plus.
Hey, come on, Lightning, get your skates on. I can't do everything.
Nobody's asked you to, have we?
It's supposed to be my day off, you know.
Think of all the bunch you'll get in your pay packet then, eh?
Never mind about the bunch. There's a bug going round and I think I'm going to get it.
Do you know, Betty, you look lovely when you're mad.
I bet you've had a flu jab, haven't you? I haven't.
I've had a flu jab army style, don't worry about that. Needles as big as marlin spikes.
All I am saying is, Bet's got the flu and Hilda's got the flu, and I feel as if I'm going to get the flu.
Oh, right, so you're going to get the flu. Hey, you deserve a medal I'll write off to the Queen. Dear Queen.
I deserve more than a medal attacking that mucky bathroom. By Jove, if she comes back, you know, unexpected and finds the things in that state, there'll be hell to play. I'm telling you, Fred. No.
Oh, give over, Betty. What do you want, blood? I've done the tables, I've done the floor, I've done the toilets. If you've tarted up through there, well, all we've got to do is a few glasses, and we've cracked it.
I can't smell much polish, Fred.
It's probably that exotic perfume you are wearing.
God, I'm saying, I got it from Woolies.
Oh, I bet you did.
Oh, come on, Omar Sharif. Here, grab a towel and come and do some of these pots here.
I'm saving myself for the dray, aren't I? They're coming soon.
Oh, is that what the aftershaves in Adel?
All right, let's hear cracked. It's all right. You haven't been down in that cellar, have you? You haven't been up in them barrels round, have you?
Look, if those draymen are due, don't you think you ought to do something about that rover out there?
That rover out there, Betty, he's nothing to do with me.
Well, he's stuck there.
It can be it's stuck there. I haven't told you it's not my responsibility, that rover.
All I'm saying, you better get it shifted, no matter all about these ifs and buts.
It'll be shifted, all right, because as soon as the fuzz see it out there, they'll tow it away, won't they? I've told you who's responsible. That Sugden, he's liable for that car.
Well, I don't understand it, Fred.
He tried to pull a fast one, didn't he? As far as I'm concerned, a raffle's a raffle. There was loads of tickets there.
Well, I suppose he feels within his rights.
Well, I've offered to do the right thing. I've offered to buy the car back. He doesn't want to know, so to hell with him. I've sent the logbook off to Swansea to be registered in his name. As far as I'm concerned, that car is his property and his liability. Let him shift it.
It's the weatherboards, you see. They rot away in the process of time.
I thought they were asbestos.
It was. He had a sheet cracked with the storm.
Big job, are they? Weatherboards?
Oh, not when you've done hundreds.
Morning.
How do?
That ladder out there wants tying, you know.
Hey?
If that's your ladder, Squire, take a tip. If you work for corporations, that ladder'd have to be tied. It could easily slip on gutting. You'd never get a penny.
Thanks for the advice, old pal, but I'm well insured. I've got this parachute, see?
Having your roof done, are you?
Yep.
Get some right cowboys on roofs, you know. Send them for them because the slate's gone. They'll tell you it's weatherboarding.
Look, I know the bloke. Right, now what can I do for you?
Well, it's about this car of mine.
What, Fred's Rover? The one you won on raffle?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was 300 quid you quoted to get it back on the road.
Well, I couldn't see it being much less. And mind you, that was just a rough estimate.
Well, could you be exact like? Could we get it in here and give it a good looking at?
Well, like I said, I can't do the MOT because I'm not registered.
No, but you could do the repairs after the MOT fellas told us the worst.
Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get Kevin to run it down to the MOT place, see what they say. If it's worth saving, I'll give you an estimate. But mind you, I'll have to charge for the MOT plus a fine for his trouble, whatever the outcome. Get them gaskets, Kev.
Got gaskets. Just opened the right gaskets.
Yeah, let's have a shufty. Shall I get them started then?
Well, there's no else for it, is there?
Right, I've got the keys. I was at the snag. Wasn't Fred raffling them?
No, that's the one trick he didn't try. Otherwise, every flaming dodge in the book. You've got to watch them, barmen and roofers.
Hey, up.
Told his weatherboarding, has he?
That's right.
Want to get him to show you at Alden's.
Look, there's this Rover park down Coronation Street. Pick it up after snapping, run it down to Auto Park and give it a quick MOT.
It's not that old banger parked outside the pub, is it?
Hey, not so much in the banger, son. That's my multi you're talking about.
Yeah? And that's his old fella you're talking about. Where's the wrestling tonight, Kev?
Come on, Maggie, don't you go shopping or anything?
They're not rubbish, you know, these old motors. Not like your new ones, all paintwork and plastic. These were built like tanks.
You what?
I said it sounds very solid.
Yeah. Just a job. Put a roll bar in, get rid of the springs.
It's 5 new tires, so you could even your spares knackered. I mean, you need a new exhaust, the manifold's cracked, you need new track rods, the brake pads are short, the timing chain's at it, even... how's it going, Bill?
I should have the roof finished before dark. I've noticed one or two other things that need looking at. You didn't used to be in the wrestling game, did you? Only you did head ringer for a bloke they used to call the Terrible Turk.
Hey, you got the wrong chap. I was the horrible Armenian.
Well, anyway, there's the bad news, and like I say, I can't do it for any less than 300 quid.
Seems I've been set up with the right flaming rock box.
Well, I don't know about rock box. I mean, it won't be a bad motive once you've had the work done. Well, considering what it cost you.
What's its scrap value? Would you be interested?
Nah, not really. Maybe if I was doing it with another Rover, but otherwise I couldn't commit myself.
Well, I might be prepared to spend a bob or two on it. You know, I'm not a fella to fancy my chances, but a set of wheels and it could be all systems go.
Eh?
Nothing under the arm, like, but there is this bit of fluff.
Oh, will it? Well, if it's a bird you're pulling and you reckon she's worth 300 quid, I could have it ready for Saturday.
Hey, don't get me wrong.
I mean, I could get you one of those transfers for the windscreen. What do you reckon, Kev? Hot lips and Tarzan.
Yeah, do some good ones for the back windows. Windsurfers do it standing up. Things like that.
Hey, now, listen, keep it clean.
Now, look, Percy, mate, you got two alternatives. It's either going to cost you 300 quid plus road tax and insurance, or it's a write-off. And it's a case of getting the scrapyard to take it off your hands.
There is something else. I might be interested in buying it.
What's the crack with the governor there, Vida? Hey? Just standing over there on his own, looking at his drink. He ain't got a word for the cat. He's just got one drink standing there looking at it.
Well, perhaps he's trying to go temperance, you know. See him next week with Banner. Ah, that is finally cracking, you know.
I don't know. He has got a fair amount on his plate, you know.
You're joking. Hardly seen him all morning. Not that we miss him, kid. I mean, he's a right miserable beggar.
Well, I don't know, though. I mean, I know the feeling. I mean, well, when you're the captain of the ship, when you're up on the bridge there on your own, you know. Can't be cracking jokes all the time. People look at you and say you're a right mug.
Hi, little.
Well, it's all right, you laughing. I know the feeling. I've got the responsibility of being here on my own. I didn't ask for it to be thrust on me. I had Betty there as a mate. What happened there? Just puts a coat on and goes shopping for 10 minutes. Suddenly slopes off.
5 o'clock walk for you, Petal, no danger.
Oh,
you
is that all?
And slapped, you know, bread and water.
That all, love. It was a crow's nest yesterday.
Yeah, all right, if I'd have sloped up, you'd have been having kittens, wouldn't you?
It would have been a nice rest, love.
Do you know, we had this game of machines, you know.
Yeah.
If so-and-so married so-and-so, I mean, what would kids be like?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Shirley says, well, if Captain Bligh, you know, married Mrs. Thatcher, well, he'd have Attila the Hun. I said, don't be so daft, he'd have Fred when he lost on horses.
Oh, aye. What's on your birth certificate then, eh? Old Mother Riley and now Paul Marks?
Hey, that's fighting talk, that is. I know you're famous for slagging folk off, Fred, but when you start having a go at the woman I love...
It means old Mother Riley. Oh.
I wait for the aggro to be here.
Pints of your best, my man, and one for Barry Manilow's daughter. Hey, listen, Fred, how's about this? I was in the cabin this morning.
Just sniffing round like we.
No. In for me 6. But I'll tell you, he was sniffing, trying to pull a desirable widow of our mutual acquaintance.
Not that Alf Roberts.
Alf Roberts be blowed.
Well, then.
Give it a clue. Last surviving air raid warden in captivity.
Oh, come on, Jack. Let's hear riddles. Come on.
Percy from the centre.
Percy? Oh, give over. He's got no chance with Rita, him.
Look, not only was he trying to pull her, he was using your rover as bait.
Well, the rover's a write-off.
Well, he's getting it done up, isn't he? He's spending brass on it. And from what I hear, Wigged, he's every chance, kid.
So he's getting on your wick then, is the, Tiger 10?
You wouldn't believe it. Do you know, I've been here since first thing. I mean, we've got Mrs. Walker away, I've got Bet with flu and Hilda with flu, and I've got him on me back. I mean, I've got to do my shopping, Vera. By the time I've done it, you know, and called and paid me gas bill and then popped into the flower shop and got stuck in there talking.
What flower shop where Marion works then?
Oh, yes, where she used to work, but she's moved since she went to Bury, you know.
Well, she would have done, wouldn't she? I mean, how's she diddling any road?
Well, I did ask after, you know. I asked her that runs it, that Maggie. She says she's looking after Eddie and looking after her mum and just waiting her time, you know.
Hey, well, I heard that Maggie had a nippy, you know.
These career women, you know, soon get them farmed out.
Well, I don't think it's right, kid. I don't think it's fair on kids, you know. I mean, it's all right grabbing.
Yeah.
You know.
Some mothers love it. They don't have very much choice, you know, but if needs be. But if they do have a choice, I mean, I think it shows a lack of something, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Half about.
No, he's at the town hall. Should be back about 4.
Oh, that's all right. It'll keep. No, on second thoughts, perhaps you could give me a bit of advice.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's a sort of a practical aspect, a sort of legal thing that I thought you might have come across. But really, it's an emotional problem.
Is it?
Yeah. Sort of problem I thought you might have a view on, considering your past, history.
Now, Mike.
No, I said your history, not ours.
Go on, then.
Well, look, you and Ray had a kid, didn't you?
Now, supposing Ray suddenly wanted access, was under the impression you had a right to bring the kid up and help to pay...
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hi, Ken. Yeah. Yeah, of course you can pick Tracy up. Yeah, it'll save me. Oh, she loves you being there. Oh. Now, she'll be down that school path and straight into your arms. Yeah. Yeah, all right, love. See you later. Ta. Oh, yes, love.
Well, I'd like a box of chocolates if you sell them.
Oh, we do, in great variety.
I'm after some for a present, you see, for a friend, a recently bereaved lady.
Oh.
You might know her. She lives just down the street. Mrs. Ivy Tilsley?
Oh, yes, I do know Ivy.
I was hoping you might. That's why I popped in, to be honest. I mean, does she have a sweet tooth?
Yes, she does. And I think milk chocolates are her favourite.
I'll have a pound box then.
Right.
Right, that's Nicky settled for a couple of hours.
Little love.
Yeah, he don't like staying in that bed, though. He keeps getting out. It's getting to be all right, Tinker.
Well, we'll have to fix the gate, love, at top of that stairs if he's going to start getting wanders.
Any plans for tonight?
Plans?
Well, I just thought you might be going out with Vera or something.
Yeah, well, Vera has hinted, but somehow I just don't think it'd feel right, love. So if anybody has been disapproving of anything, I mean, if somebody's trying to gently give me a little message.
What message?
Oh, you know what I mean, Gail. And I tell you straight, love, there's nobody going to lay a bigger rod to my back about this but me.
Nobody's any right to, have they?
Oh, I won't say that, love, not exactly. I mean, there's what's decent and proper and what isn't there?
Look, if Arthur's a comfort to you...
Arthur is a comfort to me, Gail, and naught else. Anyway, I'm going to write him a little note tonight and explain things.
There's no need.
Oh, are you going to tell me how Brian's not said out about it?
Not a lot.
It's what he hasn't said that matters, I reckon, isn't it?
He does resent him. But we all have to adapt, including Brian.
Yeah, well, that's easier said than done, love, isn't it? So for the time being, it's best that Arthur understands. I don't want him turning up at that front door if our Brian's going to start getting funny. All right. I'll see you tonight.
See ya. Oh, Nicky Tilsley, if you've got out of that bed...
Well, your downspouts are knackered. They'll have to be replaced. And the back wall's rough. Must be donkeys here since it were last pointed.
Well, I'd like to say crack off tomorrow, but just haven't got the brass. Look, bung your villain for a roof job, then we'll see. But I'll definitely give you the work, but it'll have to be when my finances allow.
Fair enough, Charlie. Say no more. Just give our Kevin the nod when you're ready. As for the roof, consider it under guarantee. Anyway, I'll get my ladders down and I'll see you when we settle up.
Great. Thanks a lot, mate.
See ya.
See you.
Hi, mate. It's a crack on the car, Bri. So you've got the young lad working on it.
No, he's not working on it, Fred. Just had to move it outside, so he's making it safe.
Oh. I've heard that Sugden's having a few jobs done on it, that right?
Who told you that?
Well, let's just say that the jungle drums have been a beating, you know.
Well, the jungle drums up the creek, then, aren't they?
It's just I was thinking, you know, stroll on, you know, the money he's going to have to spend on that, what with the tax and then the repairs and that, it's going to be what? Ooh, best part of £5,000, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
What's he doing then? He's getting the tatters to tow it away, is that it?
No, he sold it.
He sold it? Oh, come on, Brian, when I was hawking it, you didn't want to know.
Got it wrong, pal. I offered you 60 quid for it. I mean, I'm not saying that when it came to the crunch I'd have paid 60, but I offered it and you were disgusted.
Disgusted? Not as flaming disgusted as I am now, mate. You've bided your time and you've got that car for flaming peanuts.
Hey, listen, you. Just because you come with Pearl, don't start shouting the odds at me.
I'm not shouting the odds, Brian. I'm just saying well, it's all very dodgy, that's all.
You're the dodgy one. You're the one that's been pulling all the strokes.
What are you pulling strokes? You're the world champion, mate. Crikey, the profit you must have made out of this deal.
I made no profit.
You made no profit? What? You paid that Sugden 60 quid?
I paid him now, because they haven't bought the rotten flaming motor.
You haven't, but who has bought it then?
Kevin has.
Kevin? That little tour rag out there bought my Rover?
Hey, less of the tour rags.
How much did you pay for it?
50 quid if it's any of your business.
50 quid, it must be, but I mean, must be down the bend. It's a load of junk, that. What's he going to do, put pedals on it?
Go and ask him.
Ask him? I'll ask him if he's paid 50 quid for that. I'm entitled to half of it, mate, I'll tell you.
Hey, you touch him.
I'll touch him, all right. I'll twist his flaming arm off, I'll tell you.
Well, suit yourself. But I'll tell you something for now. That bloke you passed on the way in,
yeah?
That's Kevin's old fella, so you'll have to twist his arm off and all.
wasn't planning to stop because I know you'll have tea to make.
Oh, it's made. It's in oven. I'm just waiting for Brian and Gail. Only our Gail's keen on driving, you know, only she failed first time, so she goes up to the garage and Brian lets her drive back.
Where's the little one?
Oh, he's down at Barlow's playing with her little girl, Tracy. She bosses him like mad, but he seems to like it.
It often happens. Well, if I can't persuade you then, if you're not in the bingoing mood.
Well, it's not that, Arthur. Well, it's my position, isn't it? I mean, I've not been widowed 2 months.
2 months, 6 months. When they're gone, Ivy.
Yes, I know what you mean, but it's going to take more than bingo.
I just thought the companionship might be a help. It certainly helps me.
Oh, it is, Arthur. It is a help. God knows it is. But it's just, well, it's my family. I mean, I've got them living with me.
You're lucky. Family at home. That's a blessing.
Yes, it is a blessing. I don't know what I'd have done without them this last few weeks. But there's other side, isn't there? I mean, you feel that they're watching you. You feel that there's pressure on you to do the right thing.
Your son resents me, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. No, he's not possessive or anything. But we're very close to his dad, Arthur.
Well, that's natural enough. Look, Ivy, if you feel perhaps I'm pushing things, if you feel perhaps it's a bit too soon...
So somebody's flaming car parked outside our house.
Afraid that's mine.
Hello, Arthur.
Any road, I'll be off now, so you can move up if you like.
It's all right. We'll do as we are.
Well, I'll keep in touch. Ta-da now.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Arthur. And thanks for chocolates.
What do you want?
Just called to say hello.
Fetching chocolates, I see.
A little gift, Brian, for all of us. Go on, love, help yourself.
I don't want his manky chocolates.
Looks in good fettle.
Oh, yeah, very lively tonight. Could just jump out and dot you one if you don't watch it.
Well, you're right, and you are, Percy, and no mistake.
Beg your pardon?
Well, don't you know there's a law against taking money off young kids?
Are you talking to me, Squire, or are you chewing a brick?
Oh, come on, that car out there's a heap of scrap, and you've gone and sold it for a young bit of a kid.
Don't talk daft.
Come on, Percy, you ought to know better, man of your age. Young lad like that just wet behind the ears, you're going to work the oracle on him. A bairn like that, his dad ought to be told.
Well, get telling him that's his dad right behind you. Evening, Mr. Webster. Your Kevin will be round to settle up, will he?
Ah, he's here now. Brought his life savings with him. I've come as his mind alike.
Hang on, Mr. Sugden. I'll be round.
I don't know what you paid for that car, Cobber, but I'm the previous owner. I got shut of it for £1.
Well, I heard you were a bit hasty, like.
Sticking at 50 notes, are we?
50 quid, it won't stop at that, you know.
You think you're being done, son?
No, I think 50's a fair price. 10, 20, 30, 35...
I'm telling you, it won't stop at 50 quid, that, you know. I mean, that car out there, honestly, son, it'll cost you a fortune to put it on the road.
I don't want it on the road.
Not on the road? What are you going to do, fly it?
I'm going to strip it down. Race it as a banger.
Race it as a banger? My Rover? A Magister X Rover? You can't do that, race it as a banger. It's a sacrilege, is that? Well, it's blasphemy.
It's business. It's money talking. Now, if you don't mind, me and my client are having a transaction.
Where was I?
35.
35, 40, 45... If you think this is going to become a habit, you can think again. Here.
Oh, ta, Betty. You're a pal.
Mug more like.
Do you know what'll go down right well with this?
What?
A couple of doorsteps and half a dozen slices of that smoky bacon done to a frazzle, you know, your speciality. Go on.
Yeah, you know what you can do.
Good morning, slaves.
Morning, love. Hey. Ask her, I'm sure she'll be very happy to oblige.
Oblige? Fred face? Of course I will. What can I do for you, Chuck? Polish your head, tie your shoelaces together, give you a shove down cellar steps?
He seems to have the idea from somewhere that he's only got to snap his fingers and will jump through hoops for
Give
it.
over, Betty. I only asked for a bacon butty. I didn't ask for a flipping sermon. Give over.
Cleared up in there, then, have you?
Not yet, no.
Still in the same state it was in last night, is it?
More or less.
Oh, well, in that case, I would have thought you'd have had something better to do than wrap your chops round bacon butties.
Look, you two, I thought we'd decided that this was going to be a team effort in here.
Oh, it is, love. All for one and one for all.
Well.
But that doesn't mean all for flipping Fredface.
Hey, love, that's it.
I should hope so. I only popped in for a packet of biscuits. Oh, there was something else.
Go on.
Beef burgers.
Oh, I'll get them.
Right, hey, and watch where you're walking. I don't want to spend the morning fishing you out the cellar.
All right, don't start.
Fishing them out of the cellar?
There's a couple of dodgy boards behind the freezer here, and Daisy's got this idea we're all going to disappear into the bowels of the earth any minute.
Dodgy? They're rotten now.
They've been like that for months, love. Years, probably.
You haven't been able to see daylight through them for months. I tell you, one of these days, that freezer's going to disappear and me with it.
Hey, now that could be serious. There must be 200 quid worth of stuff in there.
You see what I'm up against?
All right, I'll get somebody in. It'll make you feel happier.
If you're stuck, Kevin's dad might be able to help you out.
Kevin?
From the garage. He fixed the roof. Brian reckons he made a smashing job of it.
Oh, no, I don't think I'm bothering for. Thanks very much, love. No, I'll find somebody.
OK, just thought I'd mention it. If you don't get fixed up, let me know.
Yeah, I will. That's unless the shop disappears in the black hole first.
Hello, cabbage. Oh, yes, yes. You.
Who is it?
I don't know, do I?
Hello, Mrs. Fairclough speaking. Mr. Renshaw? I don't think I know you, do I? Oh, I see. About the advert for the yard. Oh, yeah, I'm with you now. I see. Well, it sounds as if it's just what you're looking for. My late husband was in the same line of business. It's on Maudsley Street. Which direction are you coming from? You know it? Oh, well, look, why don't I meet you down there at, say, 4:30? Right. See you then. Bye, Mr. Renshaw.
Is that somebody after the yard?
Yeah, saw the advert.
Well, what's the matter?
Nothing really, it's just that... Well, now it comes down to it, getting rid of it, you know. Well, it was Len's life, wasn't it?
Oh, I know how you must feel, but I mean, you can't hang on to it forever, can you?
No, of course I can't. And to be honest, I'd be glad to see it back of it. It just made me think, just for a minute.
Right, lassies, pies all round, is there?
Yeah. Pork if you've got it.
I'll have pork as well. Right, that's 2 meat potato and 2 pork.
No, make it 1 meat potato and 2 pork, because I'm a ham roll.
Oh, right on.
And here's me thinking her overalls 2 sizes too big.
Thank you.
Betty,
What?
Nick throw and get some meat and potato pies, will you, love?
Hey, I'm not a flaming octopus, you know.
Well, who said you was?
Haven't you noticed? I'm busy. What's the matter with you?
Now, what's the matter with me? I'm just saying it because you were nearest, that's all.
I've been nearest all morning, haven't I?
Betty, are you going for them pies or not?
In a word, no.
Hi.
Give us a large Scotch, will you, Beth?
Large one.
That's what I said.
Bit early to be eating it that hard, innit?
It's my business, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Anything else?
Not at the moment, no.
Hey, Betty.
What, love?
What's up with Bright Eyes?
Right, why?
Well, it's a bit early in the day to be knocking back large scotches, isn't it, even for him?
Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, he's been a bit down in the mouth, you know, these last couple of days. I think he's at a very funny age myself. Like most of the fellas I know.
Come in.
Mum!
Hello, love.
So this is where you've been hiding.
Why? Kira's not expecting me, she love. I told her I'm coming out with them. She's not going to get milk ready, has she?
All right, calm down. No, she's not expecting you. But if you prefer that to my wife's cooking, well, that's your funeral.
I don't love really, but I told them I'd go out with him.
Bye, Bri.
Yeah, cheers, Kev. Okay, I'll see you later, Mum. I've just popped in for a cookie.
All right, we'll see you later.
So you reckon you'll have that service done by 3:30, do you?
Won't be stood here supping if I didn't.
No, I reckon not.
And if that's it for today, thought I might have an hour on my old banger.
Oh, that's sorry for today, cheeky face. That mini out the front wants a tuna, but once you've done that, there's a few punches.
Oh, Bri.
It's not workers' playtime I'm running, Kevin. It's supposed to make a profit.
I never thought I'd see the day when Mike Baldwin would get knotted up over a kid, honestly.
It's not just a kid, man. He's my son.
It was that wedding that started all this, weren't it? Eddie and Marion's.
Yeah, I suppose it was.
But why, Mike? I mean, you knew Maggie had had the baby. You knew she got married. It never bothered you before.
Well, I hadn't seen him before, had I? Oh, I knew he existed. But up to then, he was just Maggie's baby, nothing else. When I saw him in that carry cot, kicking and laughing, well, it was something else. He wasn't just a kid anymore. He was my son.
Now you want to see him again?
I've got to see him again, Bet. Go out of my mind if I don't.
Hey, did Mrs. McDougal say she'd call for this, or just want me to take it round?
No, her husband's picking it up on his way home.
Oh, right.
Pass me a large tin of pilchards while you're over there, will you, love?
You always make me think of your Uncle Albert, these, you know.
Oh, he'll be dead chuffed.
Not the way they look, the way he likes them.
Yeah, I know he is a bit partial.
How's he going on, anyway?
Oh, you tell me. You know what he's like with her Beatty. 1 minute he's heaven on earth, the next minute he wouldn't stop there for a gold clock.
But he's all right for the moment, eh?
For the moment, yes.
Good. Morning.
Morning. Councillor Roberts, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Can I do something for you?
Oh, I don't want to buy anything, like.
Oh, you come to the right place. It's on special offer today.
No, I've come to see you about a job.
A job? I haven't got one for you, mate. I mean, I've got Deirdre. That's enough for anybody.
No, not that sort of a job. Something about floorboards.
Floorboards? What was your name, then?
Webster. Bill Webster.
Webster?
Kevin's dad. Happen you've seen him about?
Oh, I'm with you now.
Well, Mrs. Tilsley mentioned it to our Kevin. Yeah. He gave us a ring, so you haven't got anybody else, have you?
I haven't had a chance yet, have I?
Right, what's your problem?
Well, it's something...
It's a couple of dodgy boards at the back of that freezer, and I reckon if something done about it quick, one of us will be disappearing quicker than a pantomime furry.
Take no notice, it's not as bad as that. Anyway, you better have a look, I suppose, while you're here. Oh, it's just over here, look. Hey, listen, I mean, I appreciate you calling in, like, but are you sure it's your sort of job? I mean, Gail said something about mending the garage roof.
If it's property repairing, councillor, it's my line. I can turn me on to anything.
Yeah, well, you say that, but I mean, this is a bit special, you know. I mean, it is a shop. I've got to stay open. I can't have any mess.
Don't worry. I'll do a good, clean job for you. I wasn't 20 years with the Direct Works Department for nothing.
Direct Works?
Aye, till I got my marching orders.
What for?
Redundancy, love. Cutbacks, they call it. Anyway, he'll tell you all about it. He was on the committee that swung the axe.
Yeah, well, we'd no choice, had we?
Well, that's as maybe. Anyway, after that, it was either self-employed or unemployed, so here I am. Any more questions?
No.
Right, let the dog see the rabbit, then.
There you are. Can you manage it like that? The gift tag's inside. Mike,
Hello, Maggie.
what are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to see you, but it's a waste of time going to the house. You're hardly ever there, are you?
What do you want, Mike?
I want to see my son again.
I don't think that'd be a very good idea.
You what?
I don't think it'd be a good idea. I know how you must feel.
You? But how could you possibly know how I feel?
Well, I can guess. I'd probably feel the same if I was in your position.
Sorry, Maggie, I just don't believe it.
I'm his mother, you know.
Yeah. A fine mother you turned out to be when you think more of your flaming flower shop than you do your own son.
Beg your pardon?
Well, it's true, isn't it? You don't have to come here, do you? You don't need the money, do you? You come here because you prefer running a business and bringing up your own child. So you're farming off to some complete stranger because it's what you want. Have you got any idea what you're doing to that kid? Eh? By the time he's, what, 2, you won't know who he belongs to. And you say I shouldn't see him, me, his own father.
Well, thank you very much for that vote of confidence.
Well, what'd you expect?
If that was the way I felt about him, do you think I would have had him in the first place? Do you? Only I did have the choice. Remember? Well, for your information, Mark couldn't be better treated if he was royalty. He's got a comfortable, loving home, an au pair who worships him.
Au pair?
Yes, an au pair who spends much more time with him than I could ever hope to, whether I was at home or not. You're right, Mike. We don't need the money. I come here because I like to. I'm one of the lucky ones. I've got the best of both worlds, something to do that I'm interested in, knowing that my baby's getting the best possible attention while I'm away. In fact, the only trouble on the horizon is when someone comes barging in here accusing me of abandoning my son to the four winds.
Look, Maggie, I'm sorry. I didn't know about the au pair.
No, well, there's a lot of things about me that you don't know, Mike. And to be quite honest, they don't concern you. Not anymore, they don't. Not in the least.
So it's not easy then, mate?
Getting started on your own?
Yeah.
Not as easy as I thought, I can tell you.
No, you see, Fred knows all about that, don't you, love? He has trouble getting started at all.
I take it she's not happy.
Neither of them are, but what do you expect, mate? They're women, aren't they? Hello, Al.
Hi, give us a pint, please. Hello there.
Why, heck, you're all dressed up. Do funerals and all, do you?
Hey?
You look as though you're going to one.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to the Parks and Recreations Committee. Mind you, I suppose it'd be about as cheerful as a blooming funeral. Are you having one?
No, Tal, I'm going to shoot off in a minute. I've got a little job to do for an old lady in Hardcastle Street, then I'll be down at your place.
Oh, aye. Do favours for old ladies, do you, mate? That's what puts the roses in your cheeks, eh?
A tap washer.
Oh, you must be coining it in you.
I'll tell you what, when you're first kicking off, you turn nothing down. Even though it does cost you more in petrol getting there than the job's worth.
There you go.
I hope you're not going to stick it on my bill.
No, why didn't I think of that?
Hey, why am I giving you ideas? How long's this job going to take anyway, do you know?
It shouldn't be more than a couple of days.
A couple of days? As long as that?
Well, I won't get the floorboards till in the morning.
Well, have you got none in stock?
Stock? What stock can I carry on the back of a pickup?
Is that all you've got?
Well, for the moment, yeah. You see, the trouble is, I have to get my materials as I need them.
Well, I can't have a lot of mess, you know. It's a food shop.
Don't worry, lad. You'll hardly notice I'm there.
Maggie,
I think you better go. There's nothing more to say.
I'll go when you tell me where and when I can see my son.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm not asking you what you think. I'm telling you I want to see him.
And I'm telling you the answer's no.
He's still my son, Maggie.
Not anymore. Look, I'm sorry, but you must accept the situation. Mark's happy. He's got a wonderful future ahead of him. Now, why do you want to put it all at risk?
I've still got a right to see him.
Look, Mike, if I thought you could just see him once and that would be it, things would be different. But it wouldn't be like that. You'd want to keep on seeing him. He'd become part of your life. And he isn't, Mike. Not anymore. And the sooner you accept that, the better it'll be for all of us.
So I just shut him out of my life, do I? Just like that? Pretend he never existed?
You don't have any choice. Not unless you want to risk destroying my life and my husband's life and Mark's life as well. And believe me, I've no intention of letting you do that. No way.
Is it wise to take them away before you've got new ones?
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll be putting them back down in a minute. I've just got to treat these floor joists first.
Oh, well, as long as we're not risking life and limb every time we walk around there.
You were doing that before, love.
Hiya.
Small brown unsliced. Still got one, have you?
Yeah, I've been keeping it just for you.
Not since Saturday, I hope. Like last one I had. I didn't know whether to toast it or mend coal shed roof with it.
Hey, hello.
Ah, that's more like it. There you are. I think you'll find that's right. Has he dropped some?
Yes, half a pea. Rolled down between the floorboards. It's amazing the length some fellas will go to, isn't it?
I asked for that, didn't I?
Ah, he's fixing a couple of dodgy boards, actually.
Really? Oh, well, I'm glad I asked. I'll be able to sleep a lot better now. Right, I'm off. See if I've still got an assistant. When I left, she was torn between sailing to Madeira and flying round the world.
Well, there's no harm in dreaming.
There's no harm in going, as long as she's back at 4 o'clock to do paper. See you later.
Ta-ra, love.
Oh, flaming Nora. What do you do for an encore? Break t'other leg?
I'm sorry, love. I thought you'd have...
Stupid place to leave a toolbox.
Sorry, love. I'm sorry, I thought you'd have spotted it.
You expect shop floor to be littered with toolboxes, don't you?
Are you all right?
I'll live, no thanks to him.
Well, if you hadn't been nattering to her, you'd have...
Nattering?
Well, you weren't exactly looking where you were going, were you? Come here, let's have a look at it.
No, thanks. You leave it alone. I'm off. Well, I've still got one good leg.
Ta-ra, love, and mind how you go.
Oh, thanks for the warning.
Well, I'll say one thing for you. You certainly know how to make an impression on folk. She'll have a bruise the size of a 50p piece in the morning.
Last orders, please. Come on, let's be having you. Don't tell us that lot over the road have sent you to Coventry.
Now, don't you start. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, I see. Like that, is it?
Yeah, just like that. Give us a large scotch, will you, bet?
You know, I don't know you do it, mate. Thank you. You're in here propping the bar up and them birds over there running ragged for you.
Don't you, Fred? Should do. You've had enough practice yourself today.
Very funny, very funny.
One large scotch.
Right, have one yourself.
That'll be another 10p.
Oh, have a drink, will you?
Go on, then. I'll have a bottle with your tar, mate. So, what's bothering you?
I went to see her, didn't I?
Maggie?
Yeah.
And?
No dice.
She won't let you see him?
No, she's upset the apple cart. Well, she's got it made, hasn't she? Wealthy hubby, nice home, au pair, and my son.
Well, perhaps she's got a point. Perhaps it would be better if you leave well alone.
What do you mean, leave well alone? She's got my son. She won't let me see him. Me, his own father.
But you're not, are you? Not anymore.
Oh, not you as well.
Look, Mike, I'm sorry. But I've been doing a lot of thinking since you were in before. And I'm not sure you're doing the right thing.
You what?
Look, Mike. I understand. Believe me. I went through it all once with my own son. And my heart bleeds for you. Honest, it does. But I can't see any future in it. Honest, I can't. All you're going to do is make everybody's life a misery. Maggie's, her husband's, maybe even that baby that you're so fond of. But the one who's going to really get the stuffing knocked out of him in the end is you. And that is a stone-cold dead cert. So I want you to think about it, Mike. And think about it very carefully before you open a can of worms that you might regret for the rest of your life.
I have thought about it, but... And if I think about it till my dying days, I won't change my mind. He's my son. I'm not going to let him grow up without playing a part in his life. Whether Maggie likes it or not.
Oh, it's you!
Who were you expecting?
Well, you, but about an hour ago. Honestly, I've been rushed off my feet. I thought you said you were only going to be half an hour.
Mavis, before you start, I think it's only fair to warn you. I went home from here and broke my best milk jug. I then went in the corner shop for a loaf and nearly broke my leg on a toolbox a stupid workman had left. I then went and stood like Piffy for 3/4 of an hour down at the yard waiting for the invisible man.
Didn't he turn up?
If he did, I didn't see him. So I'm warning you. I'd be very careful if I was you before I open my mouth, in case I go in with both feet.
I never said a word.
Good. If we can keep it like that for the next hour and a half, we should get on like a house on fire.
Be fit then?
As I'll ever be.
Oi, where's Fred?
Gone through.
You're not telling me he's actually opening up?
Don't be daft, Betty. He only works here, doesn't he?
Well, he's supposed to.
Do you know, I will lay you £1 to a pinch of muck that he'll be through there, propping that bar up, small scotch in one hand, Gazette in the other. Any takers?
You're joking. Look, I'm telling you, one wrong word from him tonight, and you pair will be on your own. Now, I'm telling you.
Correction. He'll be on his own.
You were wrong. It's a large scotch.
Decided to join the workers, have you?
Workers? I can't see any workers, can you, Betty?
Not till we walked in, no.
All right then. Funny. Come on, let's get the floodgates open. It's time.
On your way then, Chuck.
Huh?
Look, you're just as capable of unbolting that door as we are.
Well, I'm telling you, aren't I?
Oh, is that right? Well, we feel you've been telling us just a little bit too often, and we've had enough.
So, if you want that front door opening, Adolf, you know what to do about it.
Just a minute, Lynch. For your information, somebody's got to run this place, you know. Somebody's got to be up there in the driving seat.
And for your information, Fred, if we're going to start playing chiefs and Indians, I am senior staffy.
Oh, hang on a minute.
No, you hang on a minute, Fred. Mrs. Walker made it perfectly clear who is senior barmaid.
Senior barmaid, maybe, yes. All right, but somebody's got to run this place. Somebody's got to run the whole shooting match, haven't they?
Right, Betty. There's only one way to settle this. Come on, you know the number.
Mrs. Walker?
Got it in one.
Right.
Oh, well, that suits me fine.
Oh, hello, this is Betty Turpin speaking. Could I have a word with Mrs. Walker, please? Thank you.
It won't do you any good, you know.
Shut it, Fred.
Hello, Mrs. Walker. Oh, yeah, fine. How are you going on? Oh, I am glad to hear that. You just take care of yourself, eh? Well, it's just a little thing, you see. We felt that somebody should be able to, you know, make decisions and be in charge.
Yes, that's right. And we were wondering if... yeah. Well, you see, Fred had the idea that... Fred? Yes, he's here. I'll put him on, Mrs. Walker. Anyway, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Yes, Mrs. Walker, it's Frederick here.
Well?
Well, to be honest, Mrs. Walker, if you want my opinion, Mrs. Walker, well, if you think that's best, Mrs. Walker, well, yes, I'll give Mrs. Turpin my fullest support. Thank you, Mrs. Walker.
Happy now?
There's a pig in muck. Eh, Fred? Nobody does it like me. Good morning, Fred. And what a lovely morning it is, eh? Do you realise in only 35 days you'll be feeling fruity again?
You what?
First day of spring. In only 35 days, Cock. Hasn't that bucked you up, eh?
What time do you call this, Lynch?
You what?
What time do you call this to be sloping into work? We'll be open in half an hour. I've done the floor, the bar, the cellar. I've even dealt with the ciggy rep.
I presume the boss is in?
Mrs. Turpin, yes, she's through there.
Stop where you are.
Oh, hello, love. You're just in time for a nice cup of tea.
Betty, I want you in the bar now.
I'm having me 11s.
Fred is objecting to me coming in late.
But I told you could come in late. I told you could go and get them new curtains, didn't I?
Exactly. So would you mind coming through and telling him that for me, please?
That fella. Do you know, he's been muttering under his breath all morning about how unnatural it is for women to boss fellas about. It's in the Bible, according to him.
He has got to be made to realise that Mrs. Walker put you in charge here.
It's like expecting water to run uphill.
Please.
Oh, dear. Fred?
Oh, I've just tested a new barrel.
Betty wants a word with you.
No?
Yes, I believe you've had something to say to Bet about her coming in late.
Well, she was late, wasn't she? She was late. She hadn't set her bar up. Does she expect me to do everything?
Hey! I told her she could come in late.
Did you hear that, Fred? I have permission from the boss. All right.
Oh, I get it. Ganging up on me, aren't you? The boss and her toe rag. Well, I can take so much, you know. I have my pride, and then...
What?
You'll see. Man does not live by bread alone. Excuse me.
Certainly. I told you he was quoting the Bible.
This leg of mine's going worse, not better.
Knit bone.
Same to you in Obsel.
That's what you need for it. Knit bone, or, if you prefer, comfrey. What you do is you get some leaves and you pour some boiling water on them, then you let it stand a little bit and then make a poultice of it.
Is there any gypsy blood in you, Mavis?
No, why?
These dingley-dell remedies you come up with from time to time.
Oh, I think it was me auntie. You know, the one whose boyfriend got killed in the First World War and she never married? Well, she was a great believer in herbal medicine. Oh, she must have poured pints of linseed tea down my throat when I was a little girl. It's very good for coughs, you know.
Linseed tea? Really?
And did you know that a little sprig of parsley on your tummy is supposed to stop you having travel sickness?
No, that's not a piece of information I'm familiar with. No, it isn't.
You're taking the mickey now, aren't you?
What? And you the walking proof of the benefits of linseed tea? Never. Yes, sir.
Have you got a ballpoint pen? One with a clip on so it's not so easy to nick.
Yeah, of course. Hello.
Oh.
Oh, aren't they cuddly?
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Here we are. 18p to you.
There you go. See you.
You're all talk, you. Oh, is that right, Rita? He didn't look himself today, did he?
Seemed all right to me.
Do you know I could murder that flaming workman and his toolbox? And if you say Nickbone one more time, I'll bruise your conch.
Elder leaves are supposed to be very good, too.
Mavis?
You mix them with lard.
So your husband's the editor of this paper, then, is he?
Yeah.
Posh job.
Yeah, it's hardly the Times.
Still editor.
Yeah. Suppose it is better than saying your husband's a burglar.
Well, he might be, for all you know. Does he go out a lot at night?
Now you come to mention it.
Hey, what's all this? Laughing in my time. It's against the gross fooding rules, is that, you know?
Shall I make you laugh?
I wish somebody would.
Both them door jams are rotten at bottom.
They never are.
They are. You can get a screwdriver right through them.
Are you telling me I need a new door as well as new floorboards?
Well, I could splice a couple of bits in for you. Save you a few, Bob. I mean, the rest of it's in good nick.
Oh, you're a splice on it. I know, you fellas, you come round to break a couple of nails and you finish up mending the whole blooming place.
Oh, you've upset him now. He don't like spending money, don't our Alf?
Here, you don't want any jobs doing round your place, do you? I mean, I could always creep round when your husband's out doing his editing.
What are you suggesting, Mr. Webster?
I'll tell you what, it's not a bad little paper, this, for adverts, is it?
Well, it's the best. I shall expect you to advertise in there when you get bigger than Wimpy's.
I'll have them bought out by Christmas.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Baldwin. Happy birthday to you.
How did you lot know it was my birthday?
Ah, that'd be telling, wouldn't it?
Well, we heard you booked Midland Hotel for a big party, Mr.
Oh, yeah, it
Baldwin.
was dead kind of you to invite us. Is it going to be a long front, do?
No, but I'll tell you what, I'll put some money over the bar at the Rovers. You can have a drink on me lunchtime.
Why aren't you going to be there?
No, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I've got something else on.
See? It's a waste of time trying to be nice to him.
Oh, we got a drink out of him. What more do you want? I think I'll have a Pernod. Well, it's a Pernod at the moment. You'll have half a beer like the rest of us.
That's all this fuel quid's likely to run to.
He's not himself, though, is he?
Well, who is when they turn 40? Do you know I felt my whole body groan when it happened to me?
I'm surprised you remember that far back, Vera. So I'm afraid I must plead guilty. I knew it was your birthday, and I thought, well, a few good wishes might just cheer you up.
Who said I needed cheering up?
Don't you?
No more than anybody else in this hard world.
Sorry, I thought... Anyway, I need the VAT cheque signed today. We're already more than a week late with it. And, you want to pay this bill from Brian Tilsley for repairs to the van? It seems very reasonable.
Yeah, pay it.
Right. Well, that's it then. Unless you have anything...
No, Emily, it's fine.
Get back to my office then.
Oh, Emily, there is something you could do for me. Could you pop out and buy me one of those big fluffy toys?
Pardon?
Yeah, you know, a teddy bear or a koala bear or something. It's for a customer's kid. How much do you think you need?
I have no idea.
Well, look, I tell you what, here's 20 quid. Is that enough, do you think? Oh, and could you put that fiver across the bar at the Rovers? I promised the girls a drink at lunchtime.
Oh, thank you.
And, Emily, make sure it's a nice one, won't you? He's a very special customer.
I'll go to that toy shop in the precinct.
Yeah, good idea.
Only a minute, Fred.
A minute? I haven't had a flaming minute all morning, Brian. Can't you be patient like everybody else and wait your turn?
Hold your flaming
Oh,
cage.
leave him to it. It's like you only make it worse.
I say, serve young Tilsley then and his missus, will you?
I've got 2 more food orders to get out yet.
Oh, you're not serving me out the bar anymore then, eh?
Betty has explained how she wants things doing, Fred. She's supervising, I'm sort of floating, and you're in here.
Yeah, where the work is. What's she supervising? The flaming kettle boiling?
Now, Fred, don't get bitter. Who usually prepares the food and serves it? Women do, don't they? We're only doing what is decreed in a male-dominated society that we should do. And when we have finished preparing and serving, we'll give you a hand. Till then, stop whinging and soldier on.
Should we have ordered these drinks yesterday, Fred, or what?
What do you want?
Talk to me. Well, in that case, I'll have a pint of Butter, please, and an apple lager.
And some food, please, Fred.
That's not my department food.
Well, whose department is it?
Ask the commie chef here.
Bet, can we have some food, please?
Certainly, madam. What would you like?
2 soups and a corned beef sandwich. What's up with Fred?
Isn't that right, Fred?
What?
Got a boil on your bum?
Pound, quid, come on.
Oh, let's sit down out of his way. Oh!
Thought this was supposed to be a friendly local.
Hello, love. Where's Nicky?
He's at playgroup.
Oh, cracky, I forgot. Did he cry again when you left him this morning?
Look, I know now about any money.
Do you mean Baldwin's not left any brass to get us all
Not
drink?
that I know of.
Well, he were going to, definitely.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. Go on.
Well, I thought you already were one.
Look, I have in some drinks. How you going over there to split a tea bag?
Give us 4 halves the bit.
I'll give you 1 half and 4 straws. That's a good one.
What's up? Baldwin's only got to let us down.
There's as much chance of Baldwin buying you lot drinks of me wearing a flipping frilly skirt.
Black or juniper, Fred, I can let you have either. There's a kitty for these ladies.
Eh?
Emily left it about half an hour ago, a fiver. It's on top of till.
Well, nobody told me, did they?
I forgot, that's all.
Well, why don't you go through there and see the Queen Bee, eh? Tell her to post up standing orders so that the other ranks know what's bloody going on.
Oh, dear. So setting in. Well, it's hard to tell with Fred, you see. He's got that many chips on his shoulder. You don't know to feel sorry for him or put him between 2 slices of bread. Now, do you still want these bitters, ladies?
Ain't no way, shots all round. Oh, and a gin and tea for me.
Oh, I'll have a martini and lemonade.
I'll have same reserve.
No for me.
Have you got a mark on this afternoon?
Only with a sewing machine.
Oh, we're away. Hey, by the way, why isn't Baldwin here to do the honours himself?
Search me. Well, who cares as long as we're spending his brass for him?
Yeah. Just asking.
Excuse me.
Won't be a sec.
Have I come to the right place? Is it you what's got this advert in the paper, Builder's Yard for sale?
It certainly is. Oh, it's you again. The man with the lethal toolbox. Come to break me other leg, have you?
Not unless you'd like me to make it a pair.
You know I've got a bruise on it as big as a plate, don't you?
I said I was sorry, love. I'll say it again if you like.
Yeah, well, it's very painful.
Is it you what's got this yard to sell?
Yes, it is.
Were you in the building game long?
It belonged to my husband. He died just before Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm very interested. Not in buying. I want a place to rent.
Sorry, I want it off my hands.
Well, you see, I'm just starting up on my own, and until I get a...
Look, the advert says for sale.
Yes, I know it does. Have you had many offers?
Yes, quite a few.
Oh, well, no harm in trying, was there?
No harm at all.
Ta-da. I hope your leg gets better.
If it doesn't, I'll sue you. And your toolbox.
You wouldn't get much out of either of us, love.
Why did you tell him a lie? You hadn't had one offer for the yard, let alone a few.
Why should I tell him my business?
Well, it seemed a perfectly pleasant person.
My leg wouldn't agree with you.
Oh, what do you want?
I got something for Mark.
What?
A present. It's a rabbit. Don't worry, it's not alive, it's a toy. Hey, what do you think about that, eh? I mean, has he got a rabbit or a bear or anything, eh? What are you doing?
No thanks, Mike.
What do you mean, no thanks?
Take it, Mike, please.
But that's for my son.
He's not having it.
He is having it. You can't stop me giving my kid a present any time I want.
Take it, Mike, please.
You give that to Mark.
No.
Cheers, sweetheart.
Oh.
Hey, did it Baldwin's get to stand another round of drinks?
Well, if it doesn't, I'll put the rest to.
Why, yeah, you get very generous on Pernod, don't you?
Well, that's what all fellas say, ain't it, love?
I'm a very good living girl, let me tell you.
Oh, really? Why's that football team Reggie's mascot then?
Well, it's not a reading ability, that's the fact.
You got dirty minds, you.
Fred, same all round here, love.
Oh, don't look at me.
Well, it's your order.
Well, what do you think I'm doing, Fred? Milking a bull? I'm serving Brian and his mate, aren't I?
A couple of pints. There's half a dozen of them there. Well, it's typical, is that, Benji? You typical.
Fred, you're like somebody obsessed. Yeah, do you know that?
Fred, did you hear me? Same again here.
Well, come over and get them. What do you want?
Right, well, I don't care. Hey, has anybody ever told you you've got cheeks like a baby's bottom?
Oh, shut up, Vera. Now, what do you want?
Well, I want gin and tonic and
Is
on...
this pipe through?
Of course it is.
Well, you want to gossip, I don't know.
I'm old enough, you know.
Maybe, but look what beer's done for him. He's rattled at 21.
He'll not see 25 again, let alone 21. He's an old man.
Hey, watch it, you.
That's right. Don't let him lead you into bad ways. That stuff's no good for you. It's expensive, too.
Yes, Mum.
And don't be cheeky.
No, Mum.
You want to find yourself a nice girl, spend your money on her.
Aye, like I did. Look what happened to me. Ow! That hurts. And what are you laughing at, you? Get that pint drunk, get down to Potter's farm and fix that tractor.
You said you was doing that. Supposed to be up to axling. You know what, innit?
I've changed my mind, which I can do because I'm the boss.
Oh, ain't he rotten, Kevin?
Don't say anything you might regret. Ow!
Just let Kevin.
How's it going, love?
All right, love.
What about...
Oh, he's still sulky.
Oh.
You see, that wasn't so difficult, were it? Here, keep change.
5p. Ta, very much.
Listen, it's better than a slap across face with a red cat, Freddie.
Are you mad about something, Fred?
Look, you two, I want a meeting.
What? A meeting?
A meeting? A flaming meeting?
Where?
What do you mean, where?
Well, back row at Roxy, Red Wreck at midnight, where?
I want a meeting. Here, that's where.
Oh, it's a bit public, that, isn't it?
I want a meeting to discuss the situation, the diabolical situation about this pub. So tonight when we close, with you two and me, a meeting, right? A meeting.
Do you think it's a meeting he wants better?
Could be.
Right, lasses. Cheers, everybody.
I hope Baldwin lives another 42 years.
He'll have to see me off if he does.
You put doubles in there, Duckworth.
You're just trying it on, aren't you, Mike? You start with presents. Next thing, you'll be wanting to see him.
Is that a crime?
Well, I don't trust you. You'll spoil everything, especially for Mark. I don't want him growing up with two dads. I don't want him all confused and upset. Can't you see that?
Just let me give him a present every so often, that's all.
No!
Now listen, I have every right. I will give in anything I want, any time I want, and you won't stop me. Okay, he's got two fathers, but I'm his dad. His real dad. I'll take him, I'll get him back.
Get out or I'll call the police. I mean it, Mike. I've had enough. Get out and take that thing with you.
You just make sure that my son gets that rabbit. I mean
You could have knocked me down with a feather.
I'll bet. Hey, Alf, listen to this. Bill only went round to see Rita about renting the yard, never realising she was the one who nearly crippled yesterday.
Oh. She's still limping too.
Oh, I'd love to have seen your face when you walked in.
I was very debonair.
You?
Well, I don't always look like this, you know. You want to see me on a Saturday night?
Oh, I can't wait.
How did you go on with Rita anyway about the yard?
Ah, she wants to sell, doesn't she?
I could have told you that.
But I'll probably go round and see her when she's better. What happened to her husband now? Did he...
Killed in a car crash.
Is that right? She's a good-looking woman.
And a very nice lady, too, isn't she, Alf?
Yes, she's a very nice lady.
Hey, do you reckon he might turn violent?
Dive for his ankles if he does and sink your teeth into one. Although try and get above his socks if you can.
Right. Let's get on with it then.
Hang on. There's one or two standing orders that you should know about before you start.
Standing orders.
Chairperson.
Yes, I'm the chairperson, that she says.
And what the chairperson says goes. So any swearing, any personal remarks, any picking your nose, and you will be called to order. If you take no notice, the meeting will be closed. Right, chairperson?
Right. Come on, Fred. Let's hear what you've got to say.
And make it short and sweet. I've got some ironing to do at all.
What I've got to say to you two can be said in one word. Knickers!
Point of order. Is that a swear word, chairperson?
It could be.
That's just what I mean about the situation. The situation here that I'm being made a mug of. Been made a mug and I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit.
How do you make that out, Fred?
Nobody's making a mug out of you.
I thought she was the chairperson.
She is.
Well, let's say from the trumpet then, not the penny whistle.
You're just peeved, you are. Peeved because Betty's been put in charge. Well, she has been put in charge. So you flaming well better get used to it.
Oh, who's swearing now, eh?
Yes, Bet. Now then, there's no point in us losing our tempers.
Well,
I'm not on about who's in charge. I'm on about victimisation. Victimisation of me by you two.
How do you think you're being victimised, Fred?
Because I'm being left to do all the work in the bout, aren't I?
well, that's just comparative, that is.
But I mean, what do you mean, just comparative?
Well, compared to what you usually do, any little bit extra is bound to seem a lot, isn't it?
I do my share.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I don't go swanning around like flipping Mae West
He's
any road.
getting personal now, Chairperson. Hey, now we're getting nowhere.
No, and I didn't think we would. He's just being peeved at not being made boss, and that's all there is to it.
Listen, I don't know why you think you're being victimised, Fred. You're being asked to do a little bit more. I mean, we've all got to do a bit more till Mrs. Walker gets back.
Just look at them fingernails there.
Hey?
Just look at that length of them. You can't do work like you can't do proper work with nails like that.
See what I mean? There's no point in talking to him.
Quite honestly, Fred, I don't think you've got anything to complain about at all.
And is that your final decision, Chairperson?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Right, well then, that's it, isn't it? It's only to be expected. You two stick together like jam on a biscuit, don't you? And of course, there's the other thing, isn't there?
What?
Well, it's my sex, isn't it?
What sex are you, Fred?
It's women ganging up against a fella, that's all it is. Mrs. Walker just giving you that job because, well, it's a woman giving a favour to another woman. That's all it is. It's not because she can do the job any better, oh no. Well, I know the answer to this. I'm going to go right to the top. You need look up. I'm going to the brewery about this. I'm going to the brewery to settle it once and for all. And I'm going tomorrow.
I don't think you handle that too well, if you don't mind my saying so, Betty.
Why? What did I do wrong?
You let him go, still showing a bit of spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Morning.
Betty, what? Light bulb's gone again in the gents' toilets.
Oh, they don't last 5 minutes, do they?
No, I mean gone. Walked, vamoosed.
Do you mean somebody's pinched it?
Yeah, took the soap and all. Must have been a fella walked out of here last night with a light bulb in one pocket and a bar of soap in the other.
Hey, would you credit it? Hey, do you hear that, Fred?
What?
Light bulb wanted in the gents.
I'm going for breakfast, Betty.
Oh?
Tell me later. Not on my own time.
Never like that again, is it?
Not so bad as a fella what's sulking.
Yeah, there isn't.
Never happy till I made everybody else as miserable as what they are.
Morning.
Morning, lovey.
Morning.
Everybody all right, then?
Well, all except one, yeah.
Fred.
Oh, got face ache again?
Yeah, looks like it.
I was just saying, there's not so bad as a...
No salt.
Oh?
Gosh.
Oh, and, Mrs. Turpin, I hope you remember that it's this afternoon that I've got my appointment with Miss Ridley, Miss Sarah Ridley.
Oh, you're still going through with that, are you?
I most certainly am. I'd like to be off by 1 o'clock. That's if I have your permission, of course.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, can we manage without him?
Well, you see, I don't like to think of Sarah being let down.
No.
I bet she's gone out and bought a new frock. What do you think, Hilda?
Well, I mean, so long as he goes straight there and back, I don't see why not.
Yeah, all right, Fred. You can finish at 1.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Turpin. I'm deeply grateful.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall when he gets there.
I think he's wasting his time. He's not got a cat in hell's chance.
Well, that's since Mrs. Walker said you were the boss.
Which she did.
Yeah, well then.
But I mean, what's he relying on? It's not justice, is it? Charm, good looks, and his personal relationship with Sarah. Happen he is wasting his time now you come to mention it.
I'll take one of these car magazines as well.
For Brian?
Well, for me as well. I'm quite into motors these days.
Well, that's 75 pence plus your sweets. That's 185, please.
I tried to get him to buy this Lotus Eclat that were advertised. It had everything. Twin carburettors, power steering, electronic ignition.
Really? Did it say one you were after?
Oh, that'll be the day.
Mrs. Fairclough.
Yes?
No, I'm sorry to bother you, love. Only the builder's yard down Rosamond Street. You're still the key holder, are you?
Yes.
Aye, well, it looks like you've had a break-in.
Oh, no.
Yeah, last night. And whoever it was made a bit of a mess, I'm afraid, so,
Better come down, Ada.
if you wouldn't mind.
Just get me coat.
Is there a lot of damage?
Aye, some. Must have made a row. It's a wonder nobody heard it.
It was her husband's yard. He was only recently killed in an accident.
Aye, yes, love, I know.
Right. Well, I hope it's not too bad for Rita.
So do I, love.
What a rotten thing.
Yeah, she was just picking up as well. Just getting back to being her old self.
Aye, you made a mess of that. You'll have to tell us if out's gone missing. That's if anything has. It might have just been kids, vandals.
Well, it's hard to tell, really.
Aye.
It hasn't been used since my husband died.
Well, they probably knew that, whoever done it. They smashed this lock. Went a bit mad inside.
Oh, no.
Was there anything of value?
Not really.
That's probably why they started chucking stuff about. Out of frustration at finding out worth nicking.
What sort of mindless...
Yeah, I don't know, love. And I've seen more than my fair share of it. Anyway, your first job's getting your gate seen to, so your place is secure again. Do you know anybody who might be able to do it? Join a property repairer?
Not anymore, no.
No, you wouldn't have had need, would you? But it wants doing, though. Doing today, if you can manage it.
Hello? Weatherfield 2096? No, I'm afraid Mr. Baldwin's not here at the moment.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, you give me the fright of my life.
Sorry. Hello?
Good job I haven't got a week out of it, stretched out on that carpet.
Oh, it's you. Can you hang on a minute? Look, Elder, this is private. Do you mind starting in the kitchen or somewhere else?
No, I don't mind at all.
What do you want? Yeah, I meant what I said yesterday as well. Well, yeah, now, just a minute. Listen, that's my son you're talking about. Look, hang on. Look, I don't want to row with you, but I'm not going to be told...
I've got to get me duster. I can't start without me duster.
Hello? I'm not going to be told that I can't see my own son. Oh, yes, he is. He may not have the same name as me, but he's still my son, and there's nothing you can do. And hello? There's nothing you can do about that. Same as there's nothing you can do to stop me seeing him. No. No, this isn't my last word. You're going to be hearing a lot more words from me. And you're going to be...
You fancy a brew?
Do you know, I knew what you were going to say then.
Oh, don't say you've started reading my mind now.
I hope not, but I'll swear I knew what you were going to say. Shall I make Bill one as well?
Oh, I think you'd appreciate that, love, yeah.
Right.
Hello, love.
Well, I've got to be honest, I've come to ask you a favour.
Oh, fire away. Anything at all, you know that.
Is that, Bill Webster chap still working here?
Oh, he's on the joist now. It's turned out to be a blooming iceberg job.
Iceberg?
Yeah, 3/4 of it's out of sight.
Oh, well.
You want to talk to him, dear?
If you wouldn't mind.
I'll give him a shout. Bill?
Yeah?
Can you come up a minute?
Yeah?
I don't know. Here's me thinking it's me you want to talk to. Turns out to be another fellow after all.
Well, unless you're any good at mending locks,
Well, not so as you notice.
Yeah? Oh!
Me again.
You haven't had second thoughts about renting me that yard of yours, have you?
Not sure you'd want it now.
No?
Why, nothing's happened, has it?
Visited last night by our friendly neighbourhood vandals.
Oh, nay.
Police come round this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Anyway, the immediate problem is that both the gate and the office door need seeing to straight away in case the flaming hooligans come back again tonight.
So you thought, where can I get an honest, reliable tradesman who'll do a first-class job?
Well...
And you couldn't think of one, so you've come for me instead.
Well, if you would. And, Alf, if you don't mind.
No, that's all right, love. I mean, he's nearly finished here anyway, haven't you?
Ah, nearly. Well, I'd best go round and have a look then, see what's what.
Right, I'll take you round there. Thanks, Alf.
Nay.
Well, you know how I thought of you. I've still got a whacking great bruise on my leg.
Betty, have you noticed something behind this bar?
What?
A certain absence of void.
Oh,
An empty space where only minutes ago there was a mountain of perspiring flesh.
Yeah, but getting changed. Tarting himself up for the lovely Sarah.
Well, God help her, that's all I've got to sell her.
That's
Thank you, Betty.
63, please, love it.
63, there we are.
Thank
Thank you. Hello. Hello. Oh, how's the garage business these days?
Oh, it's not so bad. How's your newspaper?
About the same.
I have to keep looking round for stories all the time.
More or less, more or less. You haven't got one, have you?
No.
There you are, my love.
Thank you, Betty.
Tart.
Thank you.
2 pints, please, Betty.
OK, dear.
Hey, listen, I had a hole in my garage roof.
Oh, yeah. And my dad mended it. Will that do?
Well, it's hardly front page stuff, is it?
Kevin's going racing in Fred's old car.
Really?
Yeah.
What sort of racing?
Just old bangers. Is he interviewing me?
I shall be careful.
Well, let me know when you start. Wouldn't mind doing a piece on that.
Yeah. Don't give you a minute to yourself, did it, these journalists?
I've got it.
Not catching, is it?
No, I've just thought who it were.
Who what were? That's 40p, you, my love.
Yeah, who were ringing Mike Baldwin up this morning? Only I was in the flat, you see, and I answered it. I knew the voice, but I just haven't been able to place it.
But you have now, have you?
Yeah. It was that flower shop woman he took up with, that Maggie Dunlop.
Oh.
Of course, she's married now, isn't she? So she'll be Maggie somewhat else.
She will.
So, looks as though the embers are still burning there then, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, you know, do you?
I know there's naught of what you might think going on there, Hilda. And there's something else I know as well. You'd be looking for another flat to clean if Mike knew you've been telling tales like that in here.
Right, well, I'm off now then, Mrs. Turpin. That's if you've no objection.
No, I haven't. Only what you hope to achieve, Fred, I've no idea. Mrs. Walker's the tenant here, and she says what goes in, and you know that.
I hope to get a fair hearing to my case, that's what I'm hoping.
Well, put a good word in for me while you're there, Cock. Tell him I want to rise. Oh, and the clothes allowance will come in useful.
It's no laughing matter, Lynch.
Who's laughing?
Fred, I think you're being very foolish about this, I really do.
Well, you're entitled. But we'll see what Miss Sarah Ridley thinks, shall we? She'll change her tune.
Hi.
Hello, love.
Mrs. Fairclough, is she?
Yes, love, she's in there.
Hello, love. Now, you timed that well. I've just finished.
Oh, who's coming to give you a hand?
Oh, never mind, love. Been mostly chucking stuff away. They've probably done me a favour.
Have they taken anything?
No, not really. Must have been just sheer stupidity.
They want their heads looking at.
Do you know, I was just thinking what Lem would have said if he'd have been here. There'd been a hole in that roof where he'd have gone straight through. Anyway, I'll walk back with you, love. I've had enough of this muck hole.
Oh, I shan't be able to do that door today, love. It'll have to wait till I get a lock.
And that'll probably cost more than anything that's in there.
Do you want me to bother then?
Yes, I can't sell it like that, can I?
Good, then you can rent it to me.
No chance. Come on, girl, love.
Hey, you tell him. Tell her that renting's the best bet.
No, won't. Do your own dirty work.
Mr. G.
Mr. Newton, I presume.
George Newton. We met once before at the Rover's Return.
Yes, that's right.
Would you like to come through? Do sit down. Now then, what was it exactly?
Well, it was Miss Ridley, Miss Sarah Ridley, really, that...
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I should have said. Miss Ridley sends her apologies, but she's out of the building at the moment, unavoidably. So I'm afraid you'll have to put up with me instead.
Oh, say.
It is brewery business, isn't it?
Oh, yes, brewery, yes.
Not personal.
Oh, no, it's, well, it's nothing personal, no.
Oh, well, let's hope I can help then. Now, I gather it's something to do with your position at the Rover's Return, isn't it?
Cheers.
What's this? Your late dinner or your early tea?
Just one of those days.
It's not still Maggie that's bugging you, is it?
I wouldn't say she's bugging me. She's just being big-headed, obstinate, and just not willing to see sense.
And you're being kind, considerate, and thoughtful, I suppose.
I'm just interested in the kid, which I've a right to be.
Have you, though?
Well, I am his father.
Not as far as the kid's concerned.
Well, that's why I want to see him.
How old is he now?
Coming up for a year.
And you think that's old enough, do you? To be able to cope with being told that he's got another dad as well as the one his mum just happens to be married to. Anyhow.
I just put the kettle on, lovey.
Right, Natalie.
Oh, well, see you.
Look, I'm only saying what Maggie's going to say. The way she'll see it. You don't mean to say I'm not on your side.
I know. I'm glad. Thanks.
Anytime.
But it's not that I don't get on with Mrs. Turpin.
No.
I do. We get on like a team. It's just that, well, I would like to know how I stand. After all, the brewery said they wanted a man in there, and that's why they put me in there. I mean, the brewery said that.
Yes.
And, well, I have been more or less running the place for some time now. Well, between you and me, this, Mr. Newton. Well, Annie Walker, Mrs. Walker, I mean, she's no spring chicken, hasn't been for some time. And, well, being as I live in, I've been, as I say, sort of running the place, probably taking a bit too much responsibility on.
Beyond the call of duty, huh?
Yes, far above the call of duty. And I just feel that, well, being as I am living in there and doing the job, I ought to be made manager.
Temporary manager?
Oh, well, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to get Mrs. Walker the elbow, even though she has passed it.
Hmm. Well, I think I understand the situation now.
Well, what it is, it's just that, well, I live in there and I'm doing the job and I think I ought to have the authority to go with it.
Indeed. Though, of course, you must remember that Mrs. Walker is a tenant, and as such, her wishes are paramount.
Well, yes, but...
But I can assure you that we'll seriously consider what you've said and let you know what we think. Well, thank you for coming in. Oh, and I must apologize again for Miss Ridley not being here.
Oh, yes, I'll give her my best regards, eh?
I will, yes. Goodbye now.
Goodbye. Sweet bloody tweed.
Oh, I keep asking them not to write on these paper bags. Does it make the slightest difference?
No.
I mean, just look at this one. Jimmy the Hoover is Brill. I wouldn't mind so much if I could understand what it means.
Builder's yard in Rosamond Street, Weatherfield, was broken into last night. Police seem to think the motive was vandalism rather than theft. Oh, at least we made page 14.
That's all it says.
That's all there is to say.
What about you, though? I mean, it hasn't got you all upset again, has it? You know, with it being Len's yard.
Not really, no. Not as much as I thought it would.
Good.
Probably something to do with getting things in perspective. I mean, after what happened to Len, I shed too many tears to have any left for a broken lock on a door. All makes for work, doesn't it?
You're still going to sell the yard, though?
The first person that comes along.
But just supposing nobody does come along.
Them vandals were interested. Maybe I can get one of them to make me an offer.
Well, what happened then?
Well, Fred at the brewery.
Yeah.
I should sure tell you the truth. He's not said much about it.
Well, haven't you asked him?
Well, sort of. He doesn't seem to be too keen on telling us. I mean, you can't force him, can you?
Of course you can. Hey, how'd you go on this afternoon, then?
You were talking to me, Hilda?
Well, you're the only one who's went to see Sarah Ridley, aren't you? Of course I'm talking to you.
It doesn't mean to say I've got to talk to you, does it?
Don't be like that, then.
Got to drink, lovey, or what?
Yeah, go on, I'll have a latte while I'm
OK, Chuck.
Oh, it's the young swingers out for early evening cocktails, is it?
Yep. Mix us up a lager, will you?
I'll have an orange juice, please.
Well, at least you look a lot cleaner than you did at dinner time.
Well, so should. Took me about half an hour to get that muck off.
You were in here at dinner time then, were you?
Yeah, I called in here.
Oh.
Why?
Well, nothing. It's just you must have walked straight past our door to get here, that's all.
I was with Kevin. We popped in for half an hour just to get away from the garage, that's all.
Yeah, well, it could have been half an hour spent with me and Nicky then, couldn't it?
Yeah.
60, please, love.
Thanks. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, Fred,
What?
don't be cagey. Tell us what happened this after at the brewery.
Well, what's to do with you, Lynch? I thought you lot were all treating it as a joke.
Listen, daft. You should know me better than that. I mean, whatever happened, it involves us all, doesn't it? Come, I won't let on.
Well, it's all in the air, really. I mean, I don't think they've got the power to do it any road.
Surely Sarah will be able to pull a few strings for you.
Oh, well, that's it, really. I didn't see Sarah.
Not see Sarah?
No. No, I saw that George Newton. What good he can do.
Oh. Hey, you lot. What? Do you want to hear a good joke?
What?
It'll kill you, will this? But we mustn't let Fred hear us laughing.
Well, you better come on up. Well, I never thought I'd see you here again.
Neither did I.
Sit down.
I want to get this straight once and for all.
Yes, so do I, so sit down.
Harry.
Let me get you a drink.
My husband, I've told him everything, all about you being Mark's real father and about how you've been harassing me and everything. And if you think you can hold that over my head anymore, well, you can't.
Hang on a minute. Just what are you talking about? Hold what over your head?
Well, that if I wouldn't do what you wanted, you'd tell Harry you were Mark's father.
I never said that.
Well, I know you never said it.
I never intended it either. That'd be blackmail. Now, are you accusing me of blackmail?
Well, from what I can see, you'd do anything. I mean, following me, turning up at the shop. Well, all I'm saying is Harry knows all about it.
Good. And did you tell him what I'd like? To see my own child now and then?
I didn't put it quite like that.
Oh, well, how did you put it?
I told him what you wanted, yeah.
Oh? And what did he say?
We went together to our solicitor.
Oh, for God's sake.
And you'll be getting a letter from him in the morning.
Oh.
Now, warning you not to go near Mark, or me either, for that matter. And I'm telling you, Mike, if you ignore it, I'll go to the police. I swear I will.
You seem to be going to a hell of a lot of trouble for me not to see my own child.
I am, yeah. Yeah, a lot of trouble. To protect him.
Protect him?
Yes.
Well, from what? From me? I mean, what do you think I'm going to do, harm him? For goodness sake, you keep on about solicitors and police. I mean, what the hell do you think I'm going to do to him?
Nothing, because you're not going near him.
All I want to do is to see my own child grow up now and then and get him to know him and him to know me.
No. And I haven't come here to argue about it, just to tell you what we've done and to warn you what'll happen if you don't take any notice of it.
Well, you're wasting your time.
And I bought this back.
Well, why? I mean, do you think that's going to hurt him? Me giving him a toy, is that dangerous?
It's there.
Go on, Maggie, get out.
I hope you're going to be sensible about this.
I said get out.
All right, I'm going. I said all I came to say.
And you can send all the letters you like. Nothing's going to stop me seeing my son.
Oh, there you are. What do you call this?
Well, I call it a frying pan, Hilda. I don't know what you call it.
I take it you are responsible for the disgusting state of it.
I'm very sorry, Hilda. I made a fry-up for myself before I went to bed last night. I'm sorry. Do I have to ask your permission or something?
You should have washed up after yourself. That's what you should have done. You wouldn't go leaving no burnt, greasy pans in the sink if Mrs. Walker was here.
Well, Mrs. Walker isn't here, is she? So knickers.
A very sophisticated line in repartee, has our Fred. Take no notice, Hilda.
Oh, I don't. What with Mike Baldwin first thing and now him? If I took notice, I'd be halfway round the twist.
Why? What's up with Mike?
Oh, talk about moods. Mind you, I still say it's got something to do with that Maggie Flower shop ringing him up the other day.
Oh, give over with your imaginings, Hilda. You don't know it was her. It could have been somebody disguising the voice as her.
Why would they want to do that?
Well, to make you think it was her, so you wouldn't know who it really was.
So who was it then?
Oh, well, come on. I mean, if we knew that, there'd be no point in them disguising the voice in the first place, would there?
Do you know, it's a wonder I'm not round a flipping twist.
Flipping nutter. He'll give himself a nervous breakdown over this.
It's not your problem, Chuck. I mean, you've told him to have a bit of sense. I mean, what more can you do?
Hilda! The worst thing is, he's usually so flaming tough.
Yeah.
What is it now? Look, I'm up to my eyes.
Mike Baldwin, you've no idea where he might be this morning, have you, love?
Well, judging by the look of him when I left, he's probably still in his dressing gown, floating in a puddle of black coffee. Why?
Oh, nothing, Flower. You get back to your doings.
Oh, I don't know.
Betty, is it all right if I nip off for half an hour?
Oh, go on, Miss Samaritan, but just you see you back. You're not leaving me here on my own to cope with the monster of the Black Lagoon.
You what?
Nothing, cock. You get back down the crypt and sharpen your fangs.
Hello, lad. How you going on? Hey, sir. And all thanks to you, Mr. Roberts. If it hadn't been for you, I'd never have got that job.
Well, I just pointed in the right direction, you know. If you couldn't do the job, Brown wouldn't have kept you on. I'm glad you're settling in anyway. Is this a social visit, or do you want something?
2 ham cakes, please. Plenty of mustard. Have you got a younger sister?
Me? No, love, why?
I just wondered. Pretty.
Hey, you're not chatting her up, are you? She's an old married woman, you know.
Ah, but if she had a sister, she mightn't have been.
I think I follow the logic of that. And less of the old married woman, if you don't mind, Alf Roberts. Or else if Selina Scott comes in here, I might just tell her a thing or two about you you'd rather she didn't know.
Is that who he fancies?
Oh, he's only got 84,000 pictures of her on his bedroom wall.
I've got no pictures of her. I just happened to say she was a very charming young woman.
Talking about me, Al?
And you as well, of course. Hey, Alan. Anything else?
No, thanks. Best be getting back. I was supposed to get these from the kiosk across the way from us, but yours are much better. You put more in them.
That lad will go far.
Never mind where he's going to go. Where's that father of his gone? He promised to fix the lock on the office door first thing.
Well, he's not in here, love. Have you tried the yard?
Only on my way to work. I'll try again now, see if he's there.
Yeah, well, if he said he'd do it, I suppose he'll do it. I mean, you don't have to go chasing round after him.
Well, I'm only making sure job's done, Alf. I don't want them vandals back again tonight, do I? Apart from that, I can't show prospective buyers round till it's in good nick again. Have you got any takers? Not yet, no. One will turn up. See ya. Try, love.
I don't know what she's getting so worked up about looking for him.
People do, though, Alf, don't they? Get themselves all worked up, I mean.
Right, will that do you?
Is it a strong one?
Well, it's stronger than your old one. I mean, there's no way you can make this place really secure. I mean, short of rebuilding it. Any really determined villain could get in through that skylight with a squeeze.
Thanks, that's a great comfort.
Well, let's face it. I mean, if they can break into a bank vault, they can break into anywhere.
As it happens, I don't keep that many gold bars in here now.
There's some very dodgy characters around these days, you know. They'll smash a place up just for the hell of it, especially if it's not occupied. I mean, you could come in here one day and find it taken over by a commune worshipping a fertility god and growing their own rice. You could have a little paddy field out there.
Are you trying to tell me something?
Only that if a place isn't occupied, anything can happen.
But I'm not going to leave it unoccupied. I'm going to sell it.
When you get a buyer.
Correct.
Which could be tomorrow.
It could.
On the other hand, it could be next August Bank Holiday Monday, by which time...
I know I could have a commune of squatters. Why a fertility god?
Well, voodoo then, if you like. Sticking pins in effigies, cutting heads off chickens, that sort of laugh-a-minute stuff.
You've got a very vivid imagination.
Well, I used to read a lot of adventure books when I was a kid. Do you know, there was a time when I fancied myself as an explorer. Hacking my way, single-handed, through the Mato Grosso. Look where I winded up.
On the other hand, you don't get a lot of pygmies blowing poison darts at you around here. I used to read a lot of adventure stories too. Look, how did we get on this daft subject? I've got to get going.
So have I. I must get cracking with that lock and get back to Alf Roberts'. Where shall I drop the keys off?
Oh, leave them with Alf. I'll collect them later. And a note of how much I owe you.
We could call it quits if...
Go on. If what?
If you call it first month's rental on here.
You don't give up, do you?
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
I thought if I sold it, I'd get rid of a headache.
But if you don't sell it, you could wind up with an even bigger one.
How do I know you'd be a reliable tenant?
Well, you don't, unless you give me a chance to prove I'm an honest, upright, hard-working, loyal, sober citizen. Well, most of the time.
I'll say one thing for you. The way you bash your way through all obstacles, you'd have made a flaming fantastic explorer.
Meaning, come on.
On condition that any thieves, vandals, squatters, or assorted witch doctors do break in here, you deal with them.
With one hand tied behind me back. Look, you'll not regret it, Mrs. Fairclough. Straight up.
I'd better not. Right, I'll meet in the Rovers 6 o'clock and we'll sort out the terms then. Better get back or else Mavis will be sticking pins in my little effigy.
6 o'clock then.
I don't know, that flaming Order Ogden. What does she do of a morning, eh? Report to you on whether I've had breakfast, clean my teeth, or what colour underpants I'm wearing.
She's concerned about you.
Hilda? Oh, yeah. Well, I'll give her something to be concerned about. I'll give her the flaming sack.
I had hoped after our little chat yesterday you'd have calmed down a bit.
Look, darling, do us a favour, will you? Go back to where you came from. Sure they need you more than I do.
Okay, if that's what you want.
This came this morning.
Do you want me to read it?
From her solicitor. Saying leave our client alone or else.
Or else what?
Well, I don't know, do I? Have me hung, drawn and quartered, excommunicated, deported, some other little punishment they can dream up? I didn't think she'd go that far.
Yeah, but she did warn you.
All right, well, so what am I supposed to do, eh? She's made a couple of threats. Well, am I supposed to throw up my hands and say, OK, you win. I'll go back into the woodwork like some nice little worm? I mean, it's my kid. People die for their kids, don't I? Am I supposed to back away because of some flaming letter?
Well, so why all the anger if you're going to fight on whether or not?
Because she did it! God blimey. I mean, we lived here, right? We lived together, we were lovers, we talked to marriage. And now what is it? Open warfare with no holds barred. How does it happen?
I don't know how it happens, love. Or why. I just know it does. All the rotten time. People build something together, and they don't know how to hold on to it. Maybe it's not possible to hold on to it. Maybe things are never meant to last.
Is that what you believe?
It's not what I want to believe. It's just what's always happened to me.
Yeah, but, I mean, you never got yourself in a mess like this, did you?
Right. There's no kind of mess I haven't got myself into. But I usually manage to get myself out of it.
Is it so unnatural for a man to want to see his own kid?
It would be unnatural if you didn't.
But given Maggie's attitude, how determined she is to protect her marriage, and the baby from growing up not knowing which one of you to call Dad, it can only end in grief.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, well, people work things out, don't they? Come to some sort of compromise.
Yeah, well, you should have picked somebody more amenable to be the mother of your kid. Oh, all right, I'm sorry. You know I've got a big gob.
Nah. No, you're right. Perhaps I should have, but I'm stuck with it. What shall I do?
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm not going to kidnap him. I'll throw myself under a train if that's what's worrying you.
But you're not going to give up either, are you?
Would you?
Betty, that was the brewery on the phone, wanted to know where they could contact Mrs. Walker.
Oh, did you give him Joni's number?
No, I give them the number of the local swimming bath. Of course, I give them Joni's number.
What do they want, did they say?
No, just a girl, you know, one at the secretary. Betty, is it all right if I bob off as soon as we're short?
Again?
Oh, it is important, Court.
But I thought you said all you got to say to her this morning.
I did, but I've still got something to say to her.
To Maggie? You're never going to see Maggie.
Them two need a referee before they both get knocked out.
But why, you love it? I mean, do you think you're going to be sensible to interfere like that?
Betty, love, when did I ever do anything that was sensible?
Oh, I don't know.
Can you not find anything?
Well, I can find things I'd like to see, and I can find things he'd like to see, but I can't find anything we both like to see.
Do you know, it's not long since, Madeline, you were moaning that you never got out to go anywhere. Now you got a built-in babysitter, you got help at garage, and you
still
are...
moaning, I know. The wonder our husbands put up with us, isn't it? Oh, Rita, I'm sorry.
That's all right, love. It's all right. I mean, I don't want people tiptoeing round me for the rest of my life. It's only natural that they'll forget sometimes. You're not the only one.
I know, but I...
Forget it. Look, why don't we decide where you're going to go tonight? I mean, that's what you came in for, isn't it? How about a bit of thrunging and thrutching down at disco?
Disco, my Brian? Must be joking. Think he was living it up if he took me old time dancing.
I thought that one was a right little Travolta in his tap shoes.
Was in his youth.
Oh.
Hello, Gail. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, here we are.
What's that?
A few dozen pristine copies of my brainchild, that's all.
Oh, one will do, thanks, Ken. I don't need all them.
Mavis said it would be all right.
Mavis said what would be all right?
Well, it would put a pile on the counter for customers to take.
And you did mention about the paper boys.
Oh, yes. Well, I just thought they could drop a copy off with every newspaper they deliver. I mean, it wouldn't be any extra work for them, Rita.
Oh, aye. And what else have you sort of promised? Mind squalling babies while their mothers go and play bingo? Your free cha-cha lessons with every bag of dollar mixtures?
Now you're just being ridiculous.
I know I'm being ridiculous. You can't do cha-cha. Ken, it's not as if I mind giving a helping hand, but when you're running a business, well, you begin to wonder where will it all end.
Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
Oh, no, leave them now, you fetch them. They don't take up much room.
So why all the fuss?
Rule of life. Fellas always appreciate you a bit more if you play a little bit hard to get. Isn't that right?
I'm saying nothing. Bye.
Bye.
Compost almost dry out in between waterings, okay?
It's lovely, yes. That's fine. Fine.
Hello. It's Bet, isn't it? So what can I show you?
Nothing, Tar. I'm not here to buy.
No?
It's about Mike.
Mike.
Baldwin. The guy you used to live with. The father of your kid.
No need to ask the reason for your involvement in all this, is there? Still trying to worm your way back into his favour?
What's that supposed to mean?
I thought it was common knowledge round your part of the world. You chased Mike shamelessly for years.
I was his housekeeper once, yes.
Well, if that's what you like to call yourself. I'm sure you did your job most efficiently and were paid accordingly. Mike can be very generous.
If it suits you to bitch at me, that's fine. I suppose it takes your mind off your own guilty conscience.
I don't happen to have a guilty conscience.
No. You're not the type of woman to lose a moment's beauty sleep over the fact that you're putting a bloke through 75 different kinds of hell.
Look, I didn't invite you here. I'm quite sure Mike didn't send you, and I've got no intention of discussing my personal affairs with you. So if you're not going to buy anything, I suggest you leave.
When I'm ready. It's his kid as well as yours. He didn't abandon you. When he heard about it, he offered to marry you.
Well, he has been opening up his little heart to you, hasn't he? Just like old times, was it? The difference between you and me is that you'd have used being pregnant to get your hooks into him. A meal ticket for life. Well, I'm rather more independent.
Of course you are. That's why you settled for marriage to a rich guy 20 years older than you are.
That was later and for different reasons. But you're right, I've got a damn good marriage. And my son's going to be brought up with the right kind of background. I don't intend to let anything disturb that.
So Mike can go jump.
Mike's indulging in about a rather uncharacteristic sentimentality. He sees Mark as carrying on the glorious Baldwin empire, etc. But I know him. Frustrated father's just the flavour of the month. Next month it'll be mini tycoon. He'll be trying to pull off some amazing new business deal.
You know him. You don't flaming know him at all.
I know he's too selfish and set in his ways ever to make a real dad. But why do you think I didn't marry him, eh? What do you think he'd do if I said to him now, OK, Mark's your son, take him. He's your responsibility. I tell you what'd happen, he'd be off to the nearest exit.
He's not asking for that. I think he'd settle for knowing he's not going to be cut off from his son completely. And if you've got 1 ounce of human feeling in you, surely to God you can sort summit out that's going to leave him with just a shred of hope. Instead of just 1 lousy, rotten solicitor's letter. That's all I came to say.
Yeah, and, oh, it's in a custard powder. So, oh, and I'll take a couple of them little apple pies. I begrudge buying them, you know, but I never seem to have time to make me own these days.
Why? Are you working more hours?
No, same amount. Just seems to take me longer.
I know what you mean, love. It's old age catching up with us.
Rubbish. It's got nothing to do with age. It's the time of the year. You wait till the first day of spring. We'll all be buzzing around like blue sail flies again. Oh, I'll be with you in a minute, love. Is it all right if I get off?
No, that's why I came round. You don't need to rush home. Petey just found he's not coming back today.
He's not. He's not poorly, is he?
No, on the contrary, then the painter just feels like staying on a while longer.
Don't believe it. Did he say why?
Well, he told me himself. He said not to worry about him and to give you and Tracy his love.
He's never been able to get away from there fast enough before.
Perhaps Petey's finally learnt a bit of sense and stopped bossing him about.
Yeah. Or else, perhaps she reckons it'll pay her to keep a closer eye on her inheritance.
Trust Hilda to see you like that.
On the other hand...
Yes, she could be right.
It's all for the best, though, you know. If he's happy to stay at Beatty's like, you'll still have your privacy.
Blow me privacy. Who's going to eat all that rice pudding?
Now, what do you want?
A friend of yours came to see me today. To think I once thought you had good taste.
Friend of mine? Who?
A certain blonde barmaid.
Beck came?
Talk about rough. I can only be charitable and assume you were going through a particularly bad patch at the time.
She may not have your gloss, darling, but she's 1,000,000 times more of a woman than you'll ever be.
Oh, I'm sure she's got an amazing repertoire. Still, I didn't come here to discuss her tricks of the trade.
Oh? What did you come to discuss?
Oh, why don't you offer me a drink and I'll tell you?
Alcohol, love. Can I get you a drink?
Oh, well, perhaps later, Alf. I want to go with this fella first. Thanks.
Rover's returned, Betty Turpin speaking. Oh, hello, Mrs. Walker, how are you? Oh, hang on a minute. I'll take this in the back. Hang on.
Yes. You'll never guess where he's taken me after all that. Flipping motor show at Burnley.
It's an exhibition of vintage cars. I'm only popping in for half an hour. We're going to find a nice old pub.
Doing a nice old pub.
Oh, yeah, but this ain't got log fires and antique horse brasses, has it?
We've got storage radiators and antique barmaids, if that's any good.
Fred? Fred? Mrs. Walker wants you.
What for?
To tell you yourself.
So, Carl?
Oh, nothing good. The brewery. They've decided, in view of her continued absence, they're going to appoint a temporary manager.
Oh, they haven't.
They have.
Hey, this country pub, when you find it, ask them if they need any more staff.
I'm probably going to wind up somewhere remote on the moors.
The remoter, the flaming better.
Anyway, the bottom line is, I don't want Mark growing up torn between 2 fathers.
A lot of kids cope with it these days.
Well, if they're older when it happens, yes, but Mark's a baby. He doesn't know you. He's got no memory of you. Isn't it kinder to him to let it stay that way?
So what you've got to tell me is that nothing has changed.
I've come to make one last-ditch attempt to make you see reason.
Make me see it your way, you mean?
I can't go on for the rest of my life looking over my shoulder to see if you're lurking in the shadows.
Oh, but I thought that little Billy Doo from your solicitor friend was supposed to take care of that.
Well, it didn't stop Beck coming round, did it?
I didn't ask her to.
No, I know that. All the same, it was quite obvious from what she said that you're not prepared to give up.
Would you? If it was round the other way?
Yes, I would. If it was best for all concerned.
All concerned? And where does that leave me?
You'll be all right. Find someone new, build a new life. I did.
Oh, yeah. All nice and warm and cosy. And Michael Vernon Baldwin keep out.
That's right. Or else we'd have 4 unhappy people. And what'd be the point?
The point would be I'd have contact with my son.
Even if it destroyed his peace of mind.
Now, you don't know that. And what about my peace of mind, Maggie? You used to care about that at one time, or so you told me.
Don't rake up the past, Mike. It's dead ashes, over.
It's not over. It'll never be over. We have a child.
It will, if you're big enough to make the sacrifice. For Mark's sake, not mine. What's that?
It's an endowment policy for Mark when he's 18. When he's old enough to make his own decisions. The least you can do is let me give him that.
On condition you promise to leave us strictly alone.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And thanks, Maggie. Thanks a lot.
Take drawing. We've said so before, Dean.
Well, don't I go straight off round and miss me breakfast, do I? You'll laugh at us when I turn up with your bag on, all sweating and covered in frin.
It can't be helped. The battery's gone on the alarm
You always
clock.
leave
Oh,
my...
will you please be quiet? I'm going as fast as is humanly possible.
You always leave mine well last.
I do not.
You do.
Oh, now look.
Oh, now look what?
Are there any stars over there?
Only me.
Oh, no papers, Dean. Daily Stars. We've run out of Daily Stars. Oh, now what am I going to do?
What are you asking me for? I'm only paper lad.
Oh, I better ring the warehouse and ask them to send me some more round.
I can't think about why you do that. Miles by schedule as it is.
You know what they've done? They've sent me a whole bundle of telegraphs and only 20 stars instead of the other way around.
You're going to have to bung them telegraphs then, aren't you?
Oh, telegraphs at Coronation Street.
What else can you do? I've got to get going.
Oh, all right then. That's number 13, number 5, and the pub.
We're doing good, won't it, to see what Father half reads?
I'll have to hope so, shall we? Right, there you are now. All the best for your exam.
All right, ta-da.
Morning.
Morning.
I got my paper, mate.
Oh,
I'm on the breakdown today. Plead it with Gail.
Will you give him number 5?
There you go.
Hey?
Oh, I'm sorry, but we've run out of stars. Will a telegraph do?
You must be flaming joking.
Oh, must I?
See you morning then.
Oh, no. Will you come back, dear? Oh, dear.
I can't make head nor tail of this.
Oh, well, get off your fat bum and take it back. They'll not have it once it's been read, you know.
They won't know it's been read.
Of course they will. Be all over crumbs and bacon fat, won't it?
I've read some football reports in my time, but this is the limit.
Postman, Stan.
It's like an obituary.
Oh, don't leap up. I'll go. I do everything else.
Stock fell victim to the machinations of a slippery bull. Eh?
Here's Stan, there's one here for you. Luke, Stanley Ogden, Esquire, electric writing.
Well, open it, will you? I'm busy here.
Do you want me to eat your breakfast for you? No.
Not likely.
No, I thought you'd manage that. Oh, hey, look, Stan. It's your compensation.
What compensation?
Oh. Compensation for your toe. What kept you off the windows for a month? What I spent 6 weeks fighting for.
What are you shouting about?
£200, Luke.
200 quid?
£200.
And it's all mine.
Yeah? I'll get it in the bank straight away, Chuck.
Bank?
Because that money, Stan, is your contribution to our future.
Aye, well, never mind the bank just yet. I mean, can't we put it on the mantelpiece for a bit so I can savour it?
All right, go on then. I suppose that's only fair. Now, I'm off to the Rovers and then I'm going to Mrs. Lowther's. So you can savour it till I get back, but then I'm going right round to the bank with it. All right? Ta-ra.
Ta. Stanley Ogden. £200 only. You're lovely.
Well, I'm very sorry, Mrs. Johnson, but that's all we've got left. Thank you.
Hello.
What can I get for you, Ken?
A dozen black Vicks, please.
Oh, you're writing me about autobiography then?
Oh, no, nothing exciting as that. I'm just replacing the weekly losses, strays and casualties.
They do seem to walk, don't they?
Yeah, somewhere there must be a gigantic pile of lost pens, like it suggests in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
How's your guide going on?
What?
Well, I read in last week's Recorder that you're embarking on a local good pub guide.
Oh, yeah, well, research is definitely beginning to show results on the waistline.
Oh, still have to be careful, won't you?
Your idea of a joke, is it?
Oh, dear.
Spoilt my day, that has. Not a decent bird to look at. Now to distract me from Alvira's horrible ablutions. How I kept my breakfast down, I'll never know.
I really am extremely sorry, Mr. Jock.
Well, what exactly don't you like about it, Jack?
That, call itself a paper, it's chock-a-block without but flipping news. I mean, you could have sent us a sun or a mirror or something, mate.
We were all spoken for.
So, you prefer a daily comic, do you, Jack? Cartoons, horoscopes, television gossip, that sort of thing?
You having a dig or what?
All I'm saying is, if you read that sort of thing, you're more likely to be misled. Or corrupted, even.
Listen, you, my rag's got a damn sight more going from that flipping recorder of yours, because that's full and out but adverts. And talking about corruption, what about that glowing report on Mike Baldwin's club that you wrote when everybody knows he hates it? Now then, that's corruption, innit? Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
What's he sounding off about?
Oh, I asked for it, I suppose.
No, it's all my fault. The warehouse sent us the wrong order. Well, I had to send something out. Since then, I've had Fred G, Brian Tilsley, and now Jack Duckworth all roaring at me.
You should have given us a ring.
Oh, last time I rang you on your lying morning, you nearly bit my head off. Well, it's £1.20, please.
Well, there's naught I could have done about it anyway. Mixed up delivery. I mean, we're at their mercy without a car.
Well, you have to get yourself a little runabout, won't you, Rita? Bye.
Bye-bye.
How? Where can I get a car in 20 minutes flat?
Somebody's give Stan 200 quid. Is there no justice?
Oh, not give, no. Compensated him with for the loss of a month's earnings.
A month? 200 quid's a year's earnings for Stan.
It's a month. And don't give me none of your jokes, only shows you jealousy.
Have a right to be jealous, Anta. You've only just got that inheritance, and here you flaming go again. You'll be building a new wing on number 13 before long.
Yeah, well, I've heard it's a very good investment property.
Well, I wish somebody'd compensate me.
You haven't been injured, have you?
I have to work with flipping Fred face, don't I? Where is he anyway? We're in the middle of a row.
Oh, well, he finished his shouts and then he went upstairs.
He's singing in the bathroom. Think it was singing. Thought it were a dog at first. Hey, card from Mrs. Walker.
Oh, read it out.
Aye, go on, let's think back on happier days.
Yeah. Dear all, I trust that all is running smoothly.
Now, that is a good one.
Yeah, at the Rovers. And that you are all getting along well. Good. I'm enjoying a complete rest here at Joni's.
I'm very happy for us.
Yes, and if you have any problems, do not hesitate to write.
Morning, girls.
Morning. Go out then, Fred.
No, I'm not.
Got a job as a chauffeur, Auntie.
I'm wearing this, Lynch, to create the right impression.
Impression of what, cock? Budgie?
Oh, very funny, Lynch. You should be on telly, you. Why should we all suffer? Now then, there.
Oi, what's that supposed to be?
That, Betty, is an omen of change.
Looks like a bit of cardboard to me. Now then,
Try
That is a reminder to the humble punter that his host has got his interests at heart. It is a sign that the slipshod, slap-happy days in this boozer are well and truly over. Now, I've got plans for this pub, plans I'm going to outline to you two after dinner. So, meanwhile, stations. The humble punter awaits.
Should we get cracking then, Betty?
On what?
On writing to Mrs. Walker. That big fat slob's not ruining my life without a scrap.
Hello, Rita.
Hey, how's Ivy?
Oh, she's perking up. How are you?
Yes, I am too now, I think. Say hello to her from me, won't you?
I will.
Carlo. Ditto. Do you know, it's fun, isn't it? You can live next door to people and go for weeks without seeing them.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. I've not seen you for a day or two.
Well, you know, it is, Alf, running a business and one
Finding
thing.
a bit of a strain, eh?
We're all right, except for emergencies. We had one this morning. To tell the truth, I'm only walking round block for 5 minutes to get away from Mavis.
What happened?
Well, it was just a mix-up with deliveries. I mean, something to note, really. But because we'd no car and one thing and another...
She couldn't cope?
I'm expecting her to recover about 1989. I'll have a bottle of hand cream.
You should have got in touch with me, you know. I'd have whizzed you down to the wholesalers and got you sorted out in no time.
What, 7 o'clock in the morning?
What are friends for?
Aye, well, I'm thinking of going all independent. I'm thinking of getting us a car. That's 84, isn't it?
It is.
Hey, well, look, you'll need a bit of advice, won't you? I'll tell you what. Deirdre and me'll stagger us dinner hour, and I'll bring some frozen pizzas round. We'll go through a few broaches together.
Oh, there's no need to go to that trouble, Alf. Thanks all the same. I've got a chap out of the Evening News. He's coming round this afternoon. Right, back to moaning Minnie. See you.
Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Look at him, swanning about like Billy Butlin.
Sir Flaming Fred face. Anyhow, what do you reckon, Betty? Are you going to this meeting or what?
You're damn right I am. He's got to be told, hasn't he?
Told what?
Betty,
What?
ashtray full of crisp packets, very slipshod.
Where to get off? Certainly.
Big soul round on that.
That's so much. So Stanley, Ben.
What do you call this, Stan?
Big compensation.
Well, it's only a cheque. You can't spend it. It's got to be cashed.
Look at it then.
Fred, can you come and see to Stan?
What's the matter, Stan, mate? Cloudy patch, short measure, what?
He's trying to buy ale with this.
What? On your bike, Oggy. Hey?
Oh, there you are.
Hello, Joe.
I thought I'd find you in here when I saw that had gone. Now give it here, you crafty beggar.
It's my toll money.
Toll money, yes, not big fat belly money. It's going straight in the bank.
Can't do that, Stanley, unless you sign the back, kid.
You mind your own business, you.
That's it's yours, is that?
Get it signed then.
I'll sign that. If you have a word with Fred, I can have 3 pints till you get back with the money, and not before.
Yes, yes.
Ah, Kenneth, just the fella I wanted to see.
Really?
Yes. Mavis Riley was in. She was saying you're running a good pub food guide, and, well, I just wondered why we hadn't been approached, you know.
Fred, have you got a minute?
Oh, just a minute, you Rob. Hang on, Ken. What do you want?
Can Stan have a few pints on this? Well, Hilda goes to the bank and gets some cash.
Well, all right, go on, seeing as Hilda's an employee. What do you say, Ken?
It's just that this is not the kind of pub we're covering, Fred.
Well, I mean, you come in here, don't you? I mean, after all, you drink here. What are you having, by the way?
For half is very kind of you.
Yeah, I mean, it is sort of your local, isn't it?
Yeah, but that makes it harder to be objective, doesn't it?
I don't want you to be objective, Kenneth. I want you to rave about it, mate.
Well, the trouble is, Fred, we're covering pubs mainly with food.
Well, we've got food, mate. Pies, crisps, nuts.
Yeah, Murtog's pies.
Well, what's up with Murtog's pies?
It's not a very reputable brand.
My thoughts entirely. Now, then, as you know, Kenneth, we're having a new regime in this boozer. And as for tomorrow, we're having hot lunches. Now, I want you to pop in and assess them. You won't know what's at you, mate.
Well, if you're absolutely sure...
Oh, I am. Food. Betty?
What?
Bring us one of them pies.
Oh, I hope I've done the right thing. He'll be here any minute. How does it sound to you?
Well, it's no good asking me. I don't know anything about cars.
Cortina Estate, B-Reg, right price range, low MPG.
It's all Swahili to me.
Well, you know what MPG is, don't you?
Chauvinists?
What?
Well, road hogs.
Miles per gallon, you twit.
You see, I'm just not a car person.
Well, you have to get cracking then, won't you?
Cracking at what?
Well, it's going to be your car too, you know.
I can't drive.
Well, you can learn, can't you?
No.
No?
No.
No, what do you mean, no?
Well, I mean, I would be able to drive if I didn't have this terrible fear.
Fear? Of what?
Well, traffic.
Well, I admit that must be a bit of a disadvantage.
Mrs. Fairclough.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's me. You must be Mr. Eslop.
That's right. Selling the Cortina. Got it parked outside now.
Oh, right. Well, let's have a look at it then. You swat up on that.
What's he doing now?
Well, he's trying all the pies, and that's his third.
Oh, I can't wait till this meeting, Betty. I'm going to tackle him now. Fred!
Shut up, Lynch. I'm involved in very serious endeavour here.
Free noshing of all the pie stock is not on, Fred.
Not free noshing. A complaint's been levied against these pads. It's up to me to investigate. Betty, steak and kidney now, please. Thank you. Now then, weight encouraging, temperature appropriate, visual examination of filling.
Careful, summer don't leap at your eyes.
Notable lack of solid matter. Nonetheless, tastes gratifying. Profit margin, Betty.
12p for 5.
Very interesting.
So what have you concluded? That you're as full as a tick?
I'm not going to commit myself at this stage. Excuse me, ladies, I've got some very important phone calls to make.
Well, I'd commit him like a shot, wouldn't you, Betty?
I heard that, Lynch.
Good.
Them two get nothing till Lily gets back.
Oh, come on, Fred, the lad's flush.
I said no.
Right, that does it. 2 pints, was it?
2 pints it was, love.
2 pints it is then, and scoff that lot and all while you're at it.
Right.
It looks grand.
Thought you'd like it.
Mavis, go and have a look at it.
Me? What does it matter what I think?
Well, you'll be driving it, won't you?
I shan't.
Go and have a look.
Oh, Rita.
Well, I discuss it a bit with Mr. Heslop.
Oh, all right.
What's wrong with her?
Nothing. How much did you say it was again?
1900.
Sounds a lot, doesn't it?
Sounds a lot, but it's now for what it is. Good runner, economical, no rust. New clutch a few months back. MOT till June, taxed and insured. It's a lot less than I could get.
Why aren't you asking more, then?
After a quick sale, you see. The wife, been taken seriously ill.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, these things come along, don't they? You have to take them in your stride.
Yeah, you do. Well, I hope she'll be all right.
She'll be all right if we can get her treated quick. And that means private. No good waiting for national health, eh? Not anymore. So, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Mavis, what do you think?
It's lovely, isn't it?
Well, that's a positive reaction. What's lovely about it?
Well, it's yellow, isn't it?
Yellow?
Well, I mean, it's a very pretty colour.
What about a little drive round, then? That should settle it for you.
Well, if you're willing to take the risk, I haven't driven for a very long time.
Could do with a refresher then, couldn't you? Come on.
Rita Fred, love. You were nervous about driving, too.
I never said I wasn't. Having a go, though, aren't I?
Hey, are we having this meeting or what?
Belt up, will you? Can't you see I'm in the middle of a conversation? Sorry about that, Mr. Coward.
Coward.
Well, yes, obviously I'm very pleased with your rates, but...
Hey, coward's pies are disgusting, Fred.
But obviously I shall have to sample your wares, as they say. I wondered if you could pop round here sometime. This afternoon. Tonight? Oh, 7 o'clock, yes.
Oh,
right,
what's he doing now?
He's ordering a new batch of bellyache and heartburn.
Shut up, will you?
Coward's pies.
Right, Mr. Coward, we'll see you tonight then. Bye.
Flipping heck, Fred. I know Murtogs aren't up to much, but cowards are downright diabolical.
Yes, getting him cheaper, isn't he?
There'll be no drop in quality. Any drop that there is will be compensated by mushy peas gravy and the likes.
Catering? Oh, that's what it's all about, is it?
Catering with third-rate pies. Stick it, Fred. Come on, Betsy.
I tell you what, I've got to go for a cheaper pie, haven't I? Other than that, I can't compensate by mushy peas, gravy, condiments and the like, knives and forks and so on.
But catering, Fred, what do you want to settle with that in the first place for?
Well, it's getting Barlow's guide, isn't it? For the good of the pub.
What's in it for us, though?
A lot of extra flipping work.
Jobs. That's what's in it for you two.
What?
And if this pub doesn't increase in popularity, there won't be enough room for all three of us either.
That is a flipping threat, G. That's bribery and exploitation.
Well, I've inquired into the books. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a fact. End of meeting.
Tell you what, kid, it's a good job it's my night off tonight, or I'd have murdered him, I would.
I might just do it for you, lovey.
Do that.
Look, you want to lift to town?
I do.
Why ain't you ready? Not back by the time Kevin's finished that rug down. I'll be in the doghouse.
You're the boss.
We're a team.
I won't be a team.
So, what do you say then?
I'd say I was very impressed.
Why don't we talk it over a nice cup of tea? Hello, Brian. Loitering within tent, are we?
Aye, Lord, we intend to go shopping.
Oh.
About time and all. Did you get shoved through that bloke, Rita?
Who was it?
Don't know. Thought you might. It's going to drive me crackers till I think of it now.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it's me.
I've been waiting for you coming back with money. We thought you'd absconded.
Thought did cross my mind. Go on then, how much have you swelled?
£10.
10 pints?
Only had half of them.
Well, who had the rest?
Jack Dugworth and me, you know.
Oh, you haven't got the sense you were born with, have you? How much did it come to then?
£6.20p.
6. There. £6.20p.
What about tonight?
Tonight?
I've only Jack Dugworth.
You could just tell Jack Duckworth it's his turn, can't you?
No need to shout.
I'm shouting because all you ever think about is beer.
Yeah. It's not bad about talking about beer, is it? You know, I think I'm entitled to a drink on my compensation. Changed you, isn't it?
What?
Money. Made you stingy.
Oh, Stan, now how often have we ever had anything behind us? You can't blame me for wanting to hold on to it.
No, I don't blame you, love.
Ah, don't you really, Chuck?
Can't see any point in being stingy, though.
Oh, go back to sleep.
Oh, good evening, Brian.
Evening, Fred. Pint of butter, please.
Pleasure. Have you clocked the new sign, have you?
Oh, yeah. Pie and peas, eh? Did you paint that, Fred? Very good.
Hey, don't encourage him.
I'm not encouraging him. Shut up, Betty. You'll be glad of the service, won't you?
Aye, pushed.
Hey, Fred, why don't you be sensible?
I am being sensible, Betty. Them pies will be well tested before they put them on.
Look, you know catering's doomed now, don't you, friend? Look, I've known you for long enough to know that sooner or later, love, usually sooner, all your good ideas are going to turn bad. I mean, no offence meant, lovey.
Not this time, Betty. No way. Not this time.
Can't help.
No, that's the one.
Okay, Doc.
Right.
Hello, well. Busy day?
Dead. Might as well not have bothered opening.
Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Betty, I'll have a vodka and tonic when you're ready.
Let's brighten things up. I'll get that, Betty.
Okay.
Oh, thanks very much.
How's the car buying going?
Well, that's what I'm celebrating. I'm all fixed up, aren't I?
Oh, you don't lose any time, do you?
Well, that yellow Cortina I saw you in this afternoon.
Yeah, that's my car.
Oh, looked all right. Hey, what was the name of that bloke?
Mr. Heslop, why?
Heslop. That's it, Heslop. Now I remember him.
Who is he?
He's a dealer. Well, he used to be.
What in?
Paint cars.
Oh, this is his own car he's selling for personal reasons.
In hurry, no doubt.
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, it's his wife, you see.
That's what he says. I've heard it all before, love. A million times. But believe me, he's a dealer.
Well, he seemed honest enough.
He got into some trouble a couple of years back for tampering with mileage and forging logbooks. Or flogging rubbish, in other words. Looks like he's back with a vengeance. I'd back off like a shot if I were you, Rita.
I can't.
What do you mean he can't?
I've given him a cheque for half the money.
Oh, Rita.
It's no use you sulking at me.
I've got somebody to talk about, haven't I?
It hasn't affected your appetite, I notice. You'll have the pattern off that plate.
Yeah, I say, changing the subject. You know darn well I was right.
I know nothing of the sort.
That 200 quid was
Just
mine.
let me ask you a couple of questions. Now, when did you last work?
Well, I don't
I'll
thi-
tell you. The day Eddie left. And if you can't work it out, I'll tell you when that was and all. December the 8th, day after us Ruby wedding.
I've done some windows on the bungalow estate.
Oh, aye, you kept the money for spends and all such as it is.
I don't say...
You will. Here's my second question. When do you start drawing your pension? Now, come on, you know when your birthday is.
Next May.
Very good. 10 out of 10. Go to the top of the class and kiss the teacher. So what does that mean, then? It means that from last December to next May, you won't be putting a penny piece into the family coffins. Not a penny piece.
Because I've got a penny piece to put in, have I?
It so happens, Stanley, you have. The 200 quid you got off the council, what's in the bank where it's stopping?
Aye, but I had the suffering.
You what? Lying in bed all day, eating toffees and supping ale. I did the suffering like I did everything else. planned the campaign, made us claim, got the papers interested. And if you hadn't got a yellow streak down your back a mile wide, we could have fought that council and got a damn sight more than 200 miserable quid. And you can look like that till you're blue in the face because that money's stopping where it is. Now, come on. I haven't got all day to waste on you. I've got work to do.
Oh, dear. I never thought I'd live to say it, but, phew, I wish you'd come back.
You what, Cop?
I said I never thought I'd live to say it, but I wish Mrs. Walker had come back.
Aye. I reckon we were better off in frying pan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had one or two laughs with Mrs. Walker, didn't we? I mean, Fred's a flaming miserable.
Well, he's trying to impress Brewery, isn't he? He's still after a pub of his own.
You don't think he's going to get this one, do you?
Heaven forbid. Do you know what? Well, he's driving me round the twist, that one. I thought Annie Walker was bad enough, but he beats her by a flaming mile.
Yeah, we were just saying, me and Bet.
Do you know his latest?
What?
Having a big economy drive on my cleaning materials. Checking up on my furniture polish and that. Even bought himself one of them marker pens so he can write the date on when I got my aerosol. See how long it lasts.
Well, he can write the date on me if he likes, because it shan't last that long if he keeps this up. Hey, where is he now?
He's in the select putting up more of them daft notices. Fred G, your genial host, invites you to partake of his delicious snacks.
Delicious snacks. He never lifts a flaming finger.
Won't stop him taking all the credit, though, will it?
Hello. On strike, are we?
Well, yes, we're thinking about it.
We don't strike in this trade, Betty. It's an essential service. Anyway, if you're thinking of doing it, just tip us the wink, will you? There's plenty of young ladies to jump at your job.
You mean there are one or two ladies that you jump at?
Makes the world go round, Betty. Makes the world go round. Where's Lynch?
She's in the kitchen.
Lynch! Lynch! Just give us a minute, will you? Take the weight off your feet. Now, Lynch, when you go through there, you'll find that one or two of the menus have been changed. The prices have been altered. The pies are a penny or two cheaper for a start.
Where's the new ones?
Well, don't turn your nose up.
Look, I'm not thinking about me, Fred. I'm thinking about Mrs. Walker. She's had Murdoch's pies for donkey's years. She's not going to be too pleased with you when she knows you've changed them.
Betty, when are you going to get it into your thick skull that Mrs. Walker isn't in charge here anymore? I am, OK?
What did you change for, Fred?
I'll tell you what I changed for. Mrs. Walker's been getting them pies off Murtoff's for donkey's years. These pies are 25% cheaper. That's a penny to the punter and the rest for us.
Us? It's the royal plural, love. It means him.
If I do well, we all do well.
Just hope you know what you're doing, Cop.
Decisions, that's what it is. Decisions. There's been no decisions taken in this pub since Adam was a lad, so I'm telling the three of you. If anybody makes decisions in here, it's me. Right?
Fred,
What?
is it all right if I put another tea bag in the pot? You see, there's 4 of us and there's only 2 tea bags in it.
Well, yes. When there is 4 of us.
Right. God, it won't be so bad if you could insult him.
You've not been long.
Oh, there's hardly anybody in the bank. I got that ginger-headed lad. At least he gets on with it. That dark-haired girl with up-tilted glasses can't count your money for telling her pal about her latest boyfriend. I know more about her love life than I do about yours.
Oh, which isn't saying much. Did you get the change?
I did, yeah. Anything happen while I were out?
No. Oh, Mr. Heslop called. He's bringing your car round at dinner time.
Is he?
What's the matter?
He's in for a disappointment, isn't he?
Why?
I've had second thoughts about her. Decided not to have the car.
Oh, Rita. He'll be shattered. I mean, didn't he say his wife had to have an operation?
And didn't Chamberlain say peace in our time? He's a bad un. Brian Tilsley spotted him when he brought me back after that drive. He's a dealer. He picks up wrecks at auctions and dolls them up for mugs like me.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Dinner time, did you say?
Yes, just before 1, he said.
Do you know, it's times like this when us weak little women need a big, strong man.
You're not ringing...
No, love. Not Alf. Hello, Brian. It's Rita Fairclough. Do you think I could take you up on that offer of help?
Yes, Tommy.
Can I have my fags, please?
2 20s, is it?
That's right, yeah. Ta.
Oi, 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 oi. Isn't it customary for money to change hands?
Oh, can I have an antique?
Oh, come on, Stanley. You're rolling in it these days. You're not short of a bob or two. You've got your inheritance money.
Oh, that's Hilda's.
Yeah, what about your compensation then? That's not Hilda's.
Oh, well, that's tied up, you see. It's in the bank, because it's a cheque, you see.
What can you do with him? Go on then, senior man of substance.
Something I wanted to ask you. Can a man be had up for stealing his own property?
Can he what?
So, those bottles over there, they're yours, aren't they?
Well, they are till I sell
Yeah.
them.
Well, if you took one down and undid it and got 2 or 3 drinks out of it, would that be stealing?
But it echoes like it's mine. You know, how can I steal my own property?
Just what I thought. Thank you very much. What
else would he think?
Knowing Stanley, practically anything.
Well, he certainly made Stanley very happy. He's walked out grinning all over his face.
Well, very glad to hear that, aren't we?
We are.
Good. Well, here's something else you'll be glad to hear. You don't have to feed me at lunchtime. I'm taking a young lady out.
Oh, shall we have that dirty weekend we've been talking about?
Ah, go on, get your coat.
Is it anybody I know?
Sally, yes, all in the cause of labour relations. So, if you want to get the private detective on the job, we'll be in the Rovers.
Right.
Table under the window. Bye.
Bye. Hey, aren't folks supposed to go dotty on March the 1st?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, they can't wait round here, can they?
You give us something so much.
Hey, what a pleasure to meet an honest man.
Something I can afford, to be honest. But if it were £2.
That's right, go on, spoil it. Any road, I've not give you too much. Pies are 2 cheaper.
Hey, Fred, what's this? Cutting prices? You'll have the government after you, lad.
It's a new policy of the house, Ducky. All these savings are passed on to the punter.
Very nice, too. There's more I can say about your pie.
Oh, all right, just a little bit more highly spiced, that's all.
And we all know what they use spices for, don't we, Betty?
Cover up bad meat.
Right first time.
Shut up, will you?
Got any pound notes, Betty?
Yeah, plenty, love.
Hey, look after me husband, will you? Be in later on with his lady friend.
I shall treat him like he was my own pet.
They add up.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, dear love.
Did she say Ken was coming in?
Yeah, later on.
Right. I want you to pull out all the stops, give him the treatment. He's writing a piece in the recorder about us.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good pub guide going in the recorder, and I want him to go overboard about this place.
What else could he possibly do? Enjoying your pie, Jack?
Right, I'm off.
Where you going?
Look, I told you, I've got a little bit of shopping to do on my way to Mrs. Lowther's. Now, your dinner's in the oven and don't do too much boozing.
I've only got the price of a pint in my in pocket.
Oh, good. Ta-ra, then.
Ta-ra.
Now, are you sure you don't want me to stay?
No, go on. Do your shopping.
Well, I mean, if this Mr. Heslop's as bad as Brian says he is, it could get violent.
What if he does? You'd be a fat lot of help, wouldn't you?
Well, I could run for the police.
Mavis, you've been watching too much telly. Go on. I can handle 10 of his sort before breakfast.
Well, if you're sure. Rita is here.
Well, you better go while you're safe.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Mrs. Fairclough. All ready and waiting for you. Clean as a new pin and raring to go.
Ah.
There's something wrong?
Well, you may see it that way. Truth is that I've had second thoughts about it. I've decided not to have the car.
Oh, dear. I'm afraid it's not as easy as that, Mrs. Fairclough. We have a contract. Only verbal, I agree, but that's valid in the eyes of the law. Especially if money's changed hands.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? No money has changed hands, has it?
Oh, but it has. You give me a cheque for £800 and I'm afraid I've banked it. Not a quarter of an hour ago.
Well, that's all right. I stopped it. Half an hour ago. We have been keeping the banks busy this morning, haven't we? Thank you. Ta-da.
Look, Mrs. Fairclough, I don't like saying this, but I think you've been very inconsiderate. I mean, I told you about my wife, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Well, we saw the specialist again, only yesterday afternoon, and the operation's getting more urgent by the minute. And we've got to go private. I can't wait.
If it were that urgent, you'd be able to get it done under the National Health.
Not as simple as that, I'm afraid. It's getting rid of the piano. It'll break my daughter's heart, I know. What can you do? Do you want to serve this gentleman?
I don't think he wants serving, actually.
Hello, Mr. Reslop.
Do I know you?
No, but I've seen you plenty of times at the auctions. I've heard a lot about you, too.
Oh, I don't see what this has got to do with
Tilsley has a garage. He's been acting as my advisor. Mr. Reslop's been telling me about his wife.
Oh, I? Well, I hope she's in better nick than that car of yours. And even if she wasn't, I don't see what you could do about it. According to Frank Harris, she walked out on you 6 months back and you haven't got a clue where she is.
All right, all right. So, maybe I exaggerated about my wife. But there's no law against that. And I've got good reasons for selling that car. Now, I had a binding contract with this lady. It was a fair deal.
Oh, what? Shall I tell you what's wrong with that so-called car of yours? As if you didn't know. For a kick-up, it's been in a smash. And I don't mean a bump, I mean a smash. The chassis is badly bent. There's a ton of fiberglass, some dicey welding on the sills, and a paint job on that near side wing. See that? Rust. It's holding the rest of the car together. I've uncovered that, though, within 10 minutes you've been in here, so God knows what else is wrong with it.
I know nothing about what
I know,
happens to
you
that
just
car.
buy them and sell them. Well, not here, you don't. Now, if I were you, I'd get on your bike, because I don't think that car's going to get you very far.
I'll do you a good turn one day, Squire.
Thanks.
Hey, you were great.
It's all right, enjoyed myself.
Oh, I'm very grateful, thank you. Listen, are you going to be in the Rovers tonight, you and Gail?
Well, I should think so.
Right. I'll see you both in there at 6:30, and the drinks are on me. And if Fred G's got his catering going, I'll treat you both to steak and chips.
Now, enjoying the pies, are you?
Well, they're very filling, Fred.
Yeah, I couldn't finish all mine.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? Some places don't give you enough, but not here. Good, nourishing food at everyday prices. Betty, now you will have some Black Forest gatto, won't you?
Well,
Go on. 2 large slices Black Forest and let your hand slip.
Now, look, Fred. If we're going to write a piece about you, we want to be treated like ordinary customers.
Come on, do your mates a favour. Can't you, love?
Do you mind if I take some photographs?
Not at all, as many as you like. Now, where do you want me?
Oh, don't disturb yourself. I'll just wander around.
Yes. Well, you've got your head screwed on there, haven't you, mate?
She's a good worker, Fred.
That as well, eh? Now, I wanted a word, Ken. Being an educated man, you really wouldn't know what's going on here, but half the punters in here are idiots. The place was going to rack and ruin. No discipline amongst the staff, surly to the punters. There's no entertainment as such. It's just a down-to-earth boozer.
That may be all people want, Fred.
Yes, but with respect, Ken, I've got experience in this trade. Yes, I know what makes it tick. I'll make it brighten up, you see.
But I thought you were only taken over temporarily.
Ah, yes, but who's to say they'll have a back, eh, mate?
They're that impressed with what you're doing, are they?
Oh, they will be, Kenneth. They will be.
Great smile you've got. I'm noted for it, love. It gets wider under difficulties. Heavens, am I supposed to wrap myself around my hair? No, they're not for eating, love. They're for photographing. Yeah. No, come here.
Oh, no, you don't want me.
Yeah, of course we do. Come on. And smile. Good, good. Another. Thank you. This is our cleaning lady.
Oh, I know Mrs. Otten. How's your husband's toe?
Oh, on the mend, thank you.
Watch the birdie, Hilda. Please. Oh, you're on the staff, you qualify. Thank you. Yeah. Where's all the married men with the girlfriends?
Oh, she's a rum one, isn't she? Here, talking of rummers, I'll stand in it.
That's it. I knew there was something strange about today. I thought the world was going to come to an end. No, it hasn't.
Well, what the heck's he playing at? I mean, I bought him a couple of custards for after his dinner, you see, and he's off it.
Are you worried about him, Hilda? Only he's a big lad, you know, a very big lad.
Oh, don't I know it?
I knew you'd be back. Another pie, is it?
Oh, flaming lightly. Someone wash it down. I want to still taste that damn thing.
That's something else your Stan's missing up, new pies. He'd have
Right.
enjoyed them, wouldn't he, Jack?
Oh, he must have got the word. That's why he's in the flying horse.
He's where?
In the flying horse. Saw him sneaking in there about 10 minutes ago. He must have known there was something wrong in here.
Oh, we've got some of those almond slices in.
No, thanks, love.
Thought you liked them.
Not me. I used to get them for Len.
Oh. Only, I thought I'd better mention it, because I know you always had them.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I thought I heard your dulcet tones. How are you going on?
I'm all right, Alf. How are you?
Oh, don't ask him. Maybe all day telling you.
Oh, no, you won't. How do you go on about the car?
I decided against it.
Ah, there's a bit of trouble, was there?
There was a snag.
See, I offered to help, but no, she wanted to do it all herself.
Don't give me that. What have you been up to?
No, I was just having the kit, wasn't I?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the flying horse. Now, what's the attraction in there?
Well, I fancied a change, you know. And I met Barney Moss up there, and he was saying...
Never mind what he was saying. Now, I thought you were skint. Where did you get the money from to get K-Lide? Because that's what you are.
Had a bit of luck on the change these, you know. 6 to 1 winner, yeah? I won 20 quid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. Right, well, you can stop buying drinks for boozers in the Flying Horse and buy one for your wife tonight instead, right?
You're on.
Enjoy yourself this dinner, Ken. You brought a young lady in, you know.
Yes, I know.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, the service was great.
Have you written your little piece, have you?
Not yet, but it'll be ready for the next edition.
Well, you can only tell the truth, mate, can't you?
You wouldn't dare, would you?
You know what they call him, don't you?
Mr. Eslop to me.
Tell her.
Known to the trade as Sharky.
Fine time to tell me, eh?
I've all the adverts to answer.
Oh, I know. Count on me. Do you know when I was a kid, if there was a rotten potato in the pan, Mugginsy had got it?
Well, never mind, eh? All water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Right, here's to you.
Oh, to you, my hero.
Hey, watch it.
Hey up. Oh, hello, love. You my little friend, the big drink.
Gotcha. What's it to be, Mac? Pint of Drambuie shandy?
Yes, please. She wants a pint of Drambuie shandy. She can have a small sweet sherry and be thankful.
Sorry, love.
Rita, come over here.
What for?
Come on, never mind, just get round here.
Excuse me. Fred, you are masterful.
Don't tell me you just found that out. Right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Well, come on, wakey, wakey. 29th of February.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's leap year.
Fancy us forgetting. Who's going to be the lucky young lady then?
Yes.
Will you marry me, Fred?
No.
Well done. Nice work, babe. We hope you'll be very happy, don't we, Betty?
We do, love. Yes, we do.
Well, which one names the day?
Oh, I think that should be the gentleman's prerogative.
When is it to be then, Fred?
Oh, come on, joke over.
Don't say you're a naked.
Oh, come on. He's only kidding.
Does she look as if she's kidding?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, get away with it, Bob. What do you think you're having on? You're very droll, you lot. You should be on the flipping stage.
Cigar.
You know, she's a madam when she wants to be.
As green as your cabbage looking at you, babe.
Actually, I think I could do with a little brandy. Oh, why? It could have been very nasty. Could have said yes.
Well, at least they're not laughing at us for once.
Well, 4.11.
Yeah, go on. Oh, here, Stanley. How much did you say you won?
20 quid.
6 to 1.
On nose.
6 to 1 on the nose. You'd have won 21 then for a 3 quid steak.
That's right. Hey, it didn't take you long to work that out, did it?
So what I can't work out though, Stan,
What?
where did you get the 3 quid from? When I left you, you'd only got the price of a pint.
Yeah, well, I found it. Yeah, in my overalls, you know. 3 ounces.
£3?
Yeah.
In your overall pocket?
In the front, yeah.
And I missed them.
He must have done.
Get the drinks in, Stanley.
Oh, yes.
What's wrong, Fred?
What? It's just a bit of wind, that's all.
It's all them flipping pies you've been eating.
Oh, rubbish.
And the soap hour continues with Emmerdale, next on Plus, where great TV never goes out of fashion.